Oh, hello, hello. I'm keeping the mic set up from last time. Okay, wait. Let's see. Yo, what's good? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I just noticed something, by the way. Whenever, like, you know how on Twitch, when you click on like this thumbnail of like a video or something, like a stream, it shows you like cuts, and one of the cuts is like, that's why I realized, yo, it's such a good thing that I do that. I was actually not doing that on purpose at first, but now I'm glad I do. Hello, Glorbu. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Salma. And salam alaikum, Muhammad. What's good? How we doing? How we feeling today? It's good to be here. Alhamdulillah. Hi, Ilya. God of War, it's good to see you. Hi, Husto. I'm so sorry about the late stream. Unfortunately, we're also gonna have a short stream because it's already like so late for me. Sorry about that. Amir, of course I remember you from yesterday, of course. Hey, I made a promise. Sorry about that. I made a promise that if you join the Twitch stream, see, we're not live on TikTok right now. If you join the Twitch stream, I will remember you. And I keep my promises. Hello, Erin Yang. Ruben, it's good to see you. Yeah, you enjoyed the barbecue, Ruben? Jeanette, hi. Adrian was good. How's the barbecue? It was alright. It was alright. The issue is every time I eat like a lot of beef and stuff and steak, I start to get like a little bit sick. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like kind of dizzy. It was nice though. You were about to sleep. Yeah, so sorry for the late stream. Groovin! Thanks so much for the sub. You're so sweet. Thank you,
Yippee.
my gut. Much love, much love, much love. I appreciate you so much, Groovin. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you, twin. Kareem, yeah, was good. Hello. Plan to have a gym room in my house. That's pretty fire. It's fantastic to see me too. What a coincidence. Hope you feel better soon. You're so sweet, Zoya. Thanks for caring about me. Dang, salam alaikum. Did Ruben actually eat barbecue with you? Yeah. He came all the way from Wales. Yeah, that's true. That did happen. Of course. I love your stream. I love you. Oh man, that's nice. How you feeling today? A little bit dizzy, but good, alhamdulillah. You don't want to leave Bahrain just in case something happens? I want to stay here if anything. I don't want to go back to the UK. If anything, I'd love to stay here. The barbecue was quite alright. The vibes were immaculate though. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sayuri. It was really nice having you there. Guest of honor, by the way. Let me set up crisscross applesauce. I love the sitting position. I become very happy every time I hear you say my name. It's so cute. Oh, I'm glad, Jannat. I was gonna have a festival today, but not anymore. Why? What happened? Yeah, much love. Mhm. Also, the barbecue was tasty. Thank you so much for paying for the dinner. Okay, apparently someone was there as well. Today I day dreamt a lot about meeting you while walking. And why are you dizzy? Are you okay, Pookie Bear? Pookie Bear. Every time I eat like a lot of beef or like steak or things like that, I get dizzy. I don't know why my body does that. I'm very sensitive to like 90% of foods. I'm not gonna lie. Oops. I wonder if I can even handle raw oysters anymore. I wonder what happened. Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. I appreciate you, Salma. Much love. My sub is gone. I'm so sad. I'm so sorry. This guy's the best streamer. I appreciate you, Amir. So sweet. Can I kill him? Joe, it's such a late stream. I have to shower before stream again. I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. No, I'm sorry for being so late today. Oh man, I wonder why today was so delayed. My apologies. Hmm. I love the song, by the way. It's very cute. Today I wanted a lot. You wanted a lot of what? There's a lot of drama going on in the city, really. Hi, Andy. Assalamu alaikum. Come to Saudi, have a look around. I'd love to, actually. People I was gonna go with were just being assholes and didn't feel like going, so I was just laying in bed. Yeah. No point accompanying people that are like just gonna be rude and awful to you. Yeah, you deserve better. Way better. Let me pin the Discord before I forget. Yeah. How are you, by the way, Sayuri? How's your day going? And how's everyone's day going? How's your day going, Amir? You're gonna go and try and sleep. I'm so sorry, Dank. So sorry for starting stream so late. My apologies. It was cooking good. Look, it was good. So sorry about the late stream. Bro, it was like really, really late. Oh, wow. Are you intolerant to something? If you want to keep it private, it's fine. I mean, I'm lactose intolerant. But I don't know about that. Was good, Unk. Was good, Diddley. Hello. It's a pleasure to see you. My day was good. I love that. Hi, Dudley. Hello. Hello. It's so nice to see you again. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. What's good? By the way, yesterday I got peer pressured into having like an ASMR mic setup. So now I can get really close to the mic. And it's like really creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I listen to myself, because I can like turn on like the monitoring and it's kind of creepy. It gives me like shivers. I'm like, "Ooh." Hi guys. Hello. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, what's up, everyone? Oh my god, that reminds me. That reminds me. Yo, it's so weird. Like about maybe 3 months ago, I got like really into Vocaloid out of like nowhere. Like I've always loved Vocaloid, but it's only like recently. Like it's kind of crazy. Jeanette, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. I don't like ASMR.
Hello. It's great. I'm nervous. This is my first time. ごめんね、お兄さん。それは私の初めての
I need a script. So sorry, I'm so sorry. Ava, hi, assalamu alaikum. Take care of yourself, everyone. Just wanted to say hi for a minute. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you do that, I get stiff. Hey, bro. What the hell was that? Anyway, sorry about that. Why'd you turn into an anime girl? Oh, my bad. Was and the not bringing a cooldown? Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah. Oh my god, there. Dudley, you know Haze Moon, right? I don't. 1 minute in, and my ears are getting molested already. Bumbleclaw. Minecraft, but you grow custom items? Oh, sorry about that. You know Haze Moon. I think it's called Hazy Moon. I like this version where it's like jump style. Oh, okay. So y'all know Haze Moon or Hazy Moon. I'll show you Hazy Moon and then I'll show you like the jump style version. And let me know. You probably know this song. You probably know this song. You probably know this one. Here, let me pop it up. You probably heard it before. Is it 13 years ago? Wow. Is it this one? Is this one? I didn't even play the song. Yeah, y'all know this song. You know this song. I'm gonna go sleep. Good night. Good night. Yay! I love joining Joe's streams to get my ears molested. Let's go. Oh yeah, by the way, I feel like an iPad kid because I saw this and I bought this. Dana O. See, look, it says Dana O. Yo, locked in. It's kind of fire there. You don't hear anything. Should I make it louder? I can almost hear the song, by the way. Okay. Sorry. Okay, this one. Okay, you know this one. Danto. Yeah, I love this stuff so much. It does taste different depending on the country. It's pretty fire though. I like it. Okay, can you hear the song now? Do you know this one? It's called Hazy Moon. Why is this guy counting? Move the damn mic. What do you mean I can't hear it? Too loud. My internet just cut. My internet just exploded. My internet just busted all over the place. Okay. Why is my internet doing this? Internet, come back. Come back. Sorry, my internet exploded. I'm so sorry. Hi, can y'all see me again? You've never heard it before. Too loud, my ears bleeding. Okay, is it good now? Can you hear it? Is the volume perfect? Is it? This is a peak? Yeah, it was good, Watchman. You've never heard it before. What? There's like the blue Miku and why is there a pink one? I don't know. But there's a pink Miku. What do you mean? Hopefully the stream will end. Wait. Hey, I don't know this song. It's pretty fire. But there's like a jump style version, and I love it so much. This is the jump style version. It's kind of creepy. It says, "Seen this angel?" It's pretty fire. I love this song. Sakura Miku. Oh, we tapped in. This is like 2002 Miku. That's like, hello. What was that one thing of like that weird smiley man? Jeff the Killer or something? This is like Jeff the Killer version of Miku. She's like, hello, my name is Miku, and I am evil. I kill you now. Hello, I am evil Miku. Seen this angel? Bro, Jeff the Killer is so lang. Yo, I keep forgetting what that word means. What does lang mean? What is this British terminologies? Please explain this British terminologies to me. Also, sorry, I'm bouncing. I'm in an invincible edit. Attractive. What? Oh. Explain, Welshman. But that's not a Welsh term. It's like a British term. Oh, mate. That fine bird over there is quite lang. The fine bird is quite lang in it. Mate, you wanna go to Five Achis. There's literally in London they have like a restaurant called Five Achis. It's supposed to be like Five Guys, but it's called Five Achis. So we all going to Five Achis, twin. It means attractive. Okay, thank you. Excellent. Ignoring the mic. My apologies about the mic. I could have sworn it was faster than this. Langting in it. I remember my cat ate me. I do remember you told me that. I do remember. Also, oh my god, every time I open my For You page on TikTok, I get so much black pill like edit stuff. Like I'm actually brain rotted. Like, oh my god. Speaking of which, I saw a comment section and I was like, what the fuck am I reading? I'll read it for you. All that for him to marry and have kids, fake sell. He subdued to the void and jester maxed. But I swear I'm not a grey, but can you explain what volcel is? That just means voluntarily celibate. You can get laid but choose not to. What the fuck are we talking about? Yo, this is a real human interaction. This is a real human interaction. This is a real human interaction. Oh my god, what is this trifling hoe talking about? No, because actually, how did we get here? No, I thought I knew some of these terms. Volcel, I've never heard that in my life. Apparently means voluntary celibate. Interesting. Your generation too, bro. You're not that much older than me. You are not that much older than me. Be so for real. Yeah, it was good. Moro. Baby, why you so bitter? For you is such... What's your feed even about? All right, let's take a look at my feed. Okay. Okay. This guy's chill though. I like him. He makes good videos. It's an ad. Okay. It's talking about the golden age of Islam. All right, that's pretty fire. Why is there a Wojak on my For You page? Oh, motivation! Motivational post. It's throbbing right now. You just can't see it. Okay. Some sort of edit. Scientific edit. Okay, that's pretty fire. Someone talking about feminism. I have no idea what he's saying. $5 a month. Oh, that's pretty fire. Sad bunny. Why is the bunny sad? What's wrong, bunny? The bunny is facing trauma and abuse. That's very horrible. Okay. Word text. I don't know. Right now, my For You page is fine, I think. Way, yeah. Wow, Jack in 2026 is wild, right? I love the song so much. Seems normal. Right now, there was a point in time where my entire feed, you know what my entire feed was? Well, my mouse is disconnected. Oh merde! Oh merde! Why does my mouse keep doing that? No, I wanted to show you the song. Oh, that's it. My mouse is not working. Okay, I guess I have to search it up. What was it? Wait, what is the name of the song? No, I forgot it. Oh, no, I remember. My entire feed at some point was just this. Let me know if you know the song. Let me know if you know the song. My entire feed was literally the song, like spammed everywhere. Cortisol Royale? Oh man. Tiki 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 taka taka tiki tiki taka taka tiki 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 taka taka tiki tiki taka taka tiki tiki taka taka tiki tiki. Have you seen the video of the Plants vs Zombies shit? I keep seeing it every 2 seconds, like every two scrolls. I kind of stopped getting it recently, which is very interesting. Bro, for some reason, I actually, part of me actually likes the song for some reason. Can we put someone down? Can we put this one down? Bomboclat. I like it though. I don't like how you're slowly becoming Mr. Normal Guy. What's that supposed to mean? Please explain the definition of that. I am not Lenin. I'm not Lenin. Ah yes, Lenin. Yeah, you know the song, right? Yeah, by the way, Watchman, it's so nice to see you. How are you? How's everything going? Da 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 da. Mm. Mm. Da, 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 da. Oh, I love that. By the way, so many people have been messaging me like, "What? Where's stream? Where's stream? Where's stream?" Because I started stream so late because I was out having a barbecue with my family. So I appreciate y'all so much for waiting. It's very sweet of you. Mm. Yeah, so many people have been messaging me like, "Where's stream? Where's stream? What's going on?" Guess whose early birth today? Nini! Oh my god, hi! Yeah, you were messaging me. You were like, "Where's stream? Where's stream? Everything." I'm so sorry I started stream so late. Oh man. Yeah, we just started stream like 17 minutes ago. Usually I start stream like way earlier. Beef or mouton? Beef. I like some wagyu and stuff. It's pretty fire. I do like wagyu, but it's very fatty. So like it makes me like, yeah. You made us worried sick. No. On early birds. Wait, do you have the early birds roll? So I have like this thing called waiting room, and I added everyone, and I was telling everyone like, hey, I'm gonna be late today. Do you have it? If you don't, just type a message in lounge. I'll give you the role really quickly. Let's give it to Gabriel. All right, Gabriel. I'll just give it to you. There you go, Gabriel. Yeah, type a message here in lounge if you can. I'll give you the role. Massacre. Hi, Subtrader. Famous person's following me on TikTok. Really? Ruben, you already have it. By the way, never question Ruben's username. Ilya, let me give it to you. Why not? Usually you redeem it with channel points, but oh well. What's the disc? Oh, it's right here. It's the pinned comment and it's in chat right there. Yeah, who was it, Dusty, if you mind me asking? Why is bro saying when his stream started? It is. We are streaming. Bombo. Okay, so the context of this one is wait, I'm bad at disc. Oh, if you're in the server, just send a message in lounge and I'll give it to you. So like what? Just I don't know. It just happened, you know. Sayori, don't you already have it? Gisa, very nice. Kuai. What's good, Neffy? It's so nice to see you. Neffy. I love the username, Neffy. Off brand Tong 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 Sahor. Who's Tong 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 Sahor? Yeah, so you're bad with Discord. Oh, so you might not get Mm. Why are you nailing your balls 2x4? Don't even worry about it. Hiya, Bob. W3 stream streak. Thanks so much, my goat. I actually really like this song for some reason. Apparently, it's some sort of Chinese. That's why I feel bad. That's why I feel bad every time there's a mic in my vicinity. Because like when I talk. Yeah, because of that, I don't like having a mic in my vicinity. But yeah, Mimi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hi, Hope. What's good? Assalamu alaikum. I'm on my finals right now. 5 tests left. You got this. You got this. You're locked. You're locked. I literally believe in you. You got this. Growing up, man. Yes, sir. You reading TikTok? I'll try my hardest. Hello, Mimi. Thank you so much for the support. Guac guac on the mic. Oh my god, I thought you were Glorbu for 1 second, and I was like, wait, since when did Glorbu say this? All right, Dusty. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll try to read both. Who's Joe's wife? That's Ruben. He is not my wife, by the way. I never consented to this. Anyways, I give you early birds. So in early birds, you'll get notified every time I'm about to start stream in the waiting room, like over here. You get like a notification. Or like if I'm late, I'll say that. How does it feel to be a content creator? Like a bum, kind of. I kind of feel like a bum. I got so many notifications. Sorry about that. TikTok might be better. It's horrible. I never consented to this. What did you say, user? I can't see your comment. Why? I'm just kidding. It's nice. I love it. Cause like I get to have so many friends in chat right now. Like every time I stream, I'm literally just talking to my friends, and I love it. I'm so happy to be here. No. I never consented. It goes both ways. What's the Disc server? If you want to join, if you want to be a part of it, you have to go to the other stream first. If you don't go to the other stream, you can't join in. You can't join in from TikTok. You have to go to the purple. How many subs for feet pics? Hypothetical question. Excuse me, sir. Me bomboclat. It's not working. What's not working? Oh, you make my day. That's so sweet. I'm really happy. That makes me happy. ... Lucky aura name? Fashion Center. Me bomboclat. Bro, I don't have it. I get it, bro. It's completely free. And we're live every day, so it doesn't go to waste. Joe, feed your baby. Goo goo gaga. Okay, that's not my baby, bro. Who wants to claim? Who wants to claim Mora? Joe, feed me. Yo, what? Yo, bro, you're a whole grown-up man. What do you mean, feed me? Say Bakudeku? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, Bakudeku slime. Ah, that's so nasty. I'm bothered. Why are you ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you. You said hi, I said hi. You said, how are you? I said, I'm doing great. You said, why did you start stream late? I said, because I was having a barbecue with my family. I was not ignoring you. Nini, I don't think I have the factory. I don't think I have the qualifications for that. My apologies. Dude, give me early birds. Oh, you have to claim it. Use channel points. It's only 100 channel points. I'll have Mora. It sounds good. I don't have it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's completely free. Say the whole song. The song of what? Why? Let me check. Yo, what do you mean, let me check? What do you mean by that? I love this song. Of Bakudeka. I don't know it. So working on the animation, Joe. Practice your voice acting. Jojo! Oregano Saido no Hamon da! Bittukurete kurai! Jesus! Yo, Loki, locked in, locked in. By the way, I love the video in the background. She's What you mean, ew? How dare you? Wait, ew about what? Oh, when you said let me check? What do you mean let me check? What does that mean, let me check? You just said Bakudeku slime. Yeah? Yo, why is this guy counting? Please don't spam in my chat. Why are you so good at these? Good at what?
What am I good at? De mo oni-chan, boku wa jisai desu.
Ignoring the hell out of me. Bro, we're not gonna be doing this, bro. Just because I missed one of your comments does not mean I'm ignoring you. Clip this. Holy jobless. Ah, Koyu, hello. Bonjour. Bonjour, Jean. Je suis. Je pense donc je suis. Le coin. Le coin. Please don't click off the stream. I really apologize. You mug, I sent the coins. No pictures, no pictures, please. Do it again, please, Barrett. What's the context between the GIF in the waiting room? But don't even worry about it. Zerjov X Lamborghini, right? Isn't that insane? Lamborghini's doing a collab with Zerjov. It's quite crazy, honestly. I love Zerjov, by the way. Please implode. Nah, Unc. Je pense donc je suis. I notice you. What's good, Ahmed? How did I send coins? Coins of what? What do you mean? Water break, water break. Ah, yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir. My throat is getting quite dry. I love how you said, please implode. Love you too, Sayuri. Zerjov is the Lamborghini of fragrances if you think about it. Not quite. Gucci's doing a collab with F1. How crazy is that? Whoa. What product? Perfume. Perfume with a Lamborghini logo on it as well. How cool is that? What's up, Sayuri? Yeah? Wanna get friend zoned? You wanna get friend zoned? Joe, may I please slide into your DMs and get your phone number? Unfortunately, I'm not into male individuals. I really apologize. But thank you so much for the offer, sir. No, actually, what? What's up? Here, what's up? Ahmed, I know we have a lot of very lovely memories together, but I only see you as a friend, sorry. Inflation? Oh no, he's getting excited. Can you teach me how to shave it? What? Yo, what? What are we talking about? You're only responding to girls. Yes, that's why I'm responding to you, Ronaldo. You're my favorite girl. You're a very, very lovely, pretty girl. Bro, acting cool for a mommy? Yo, why are you telling everyone? Yo, why are you telling everyone, bro? You don't need to expose me like that, bro. Morning. Good morning, Fatima. Your only response to tough people. Wait, what? Yeah, I only respond to tough people. That's true. What do I do with these channel points? Hey, what do you mean, Sherry? Why are you calling my channel points Sherry? They're very lovely, Watchman. Thank you. Joe, there are videos on YT on how to shave it. Can you believe it? 5 seconds became 2 minutes. You still didn't respond to me. Ah, that's because... Whoa, why are you so entitled? That's because TikTok deletes comments. What's your favorite food? Raw oysters, easily. 10 big booms. Boom! Wow, mashallah, Joe. Ignore salam, brother. I didn't think you're like that. Bro, why is everyone being like, why you ignore me? Why you ignore me? Why you ignore me? Bro. Wait, no. Why are y'all like this, actually? Pause the music. Now I'm angry.
And when I'm angry, you're gonna get punished.
No, but actually, I'm not ignoring anyone. Just because I skip your comment does not mean I ignore you. I hate you, okay? Just be patient. If I miss your comment, just let me know, okay? Thank you. And he's the sweetest, never ignored nobody. Thank you, my goats. I haven't seen you for so long, I've been searching for you for almost a year. Yeah, that's because TikTok bans me or shadow bans me all the time. If you're on TikTok, you want to support me, I'm on the purple. Same exact username, Jehoseph. He's angry. Yeah, the angrier I get, the freakier I get. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just joined the live. What the heck? Sorry about that. I am. Thank you for the follow. May I ask something about Islam? Not to be disrespectful or anything. Of course. Ask me. What's up? Okay, me said you ignore my salam, brother. I didn't think you like that. Why are you typing it again? You didn't even say salam. You said yo. Salam alaikum. 23. I'm angry. How do we know what's the circumference of a circle? 2 pi r, no? It's 2 pi r. Am I missing it? 2 pi r. Circumference of a circle. 2 pi r, no? 2 pi r, yeah, it's 2 pi r. And if you want the diameter, it's 2 pi d over 2. You're right. Thank you, my dad. What's up, Yazin? R is the radius. 2 and then pi. Say like you mean it. Me bomboclat. Still passionate about perfume? Always. I love perfume. Though it's very difficult for me lately to find a perfume that's truly, truly, truly something that's like I'm obsessed with, in all honesty. I found out that it's very difficult for me to find a perfume that I really love. It's quite difficult. Okay, thanks. Yeah, anytime. My bad I couldn't talk a lot yesterday. I was doing a lot of stuff. What were you up to, 23? Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. I appreciate you, Fatima. Dusty. Dusty Rusty Goat. Dusty Rusty Goat. Yeah, Garvar, you can ask me, of course. Ask me anything. What if I want you to punish me? Okay, the plot is gone. Proceed, holy. Sorry about that, Mir. Don't piss off Le Goat. Jazz a bush, he doesn't shave it. I don't know why you need to tell everyone that information. You can call me Milkshake. Milkshake? That reminds me. When I was younger, I remember you couldn't enter the gym if you were under 18, like by yourself. So I needed a gym trainer, right? And I had an inside joke with my gym trainer. Where instead of saying milkshake or milfs, I would say milf shake. No, what is the context? I don't even remember. Yeah, thank you for the follow. For sure, thank you so much for the follow as well. Eat raw chicken or raw meat? Probably raw meat. What's the circumference of Reuben Richards? I will have to find out. It can't be that funny. I am dying of laughter. Do you remember what day it is? It is June 5th. My apologies. I heard it's legal to marry 4 women in Islam. Is that true? I'm confused. Yeah, so God of War. Here, let me show you. I'll show you the exact verse so we can get the full context. Let me find it really quickly so I can show it to you. So we can get the full context. Everything together. Let's take a look really quickly. So, this is chapter 4, verse 3. So this is in Surah An-Nisa. So Bismillah. I'll read it to you in English because actually I can't read Arabic, so my apologies. But if you fear you might fail to give orphan women their due rights if you were to marry them, then marry other women of your choice, 2, 3, or 4. But if you are afraid you will fail to maintain justice, then content yourselves with 1. Do you see how it says, if you are afraid you will fail to maintain justice, then content yourselves with 1. And if you take a look at the footnote, it says, the Quran is the only scripture that says marry only 1. See how it says, if you're afraid you fail to maintain justice, then content yourselves with 1. So it's basically telling you, marry 1. You can marry 4, but it's telling you, marry 1, usually, right? The Quran is the only scriptures that says marry only 1. Unlike any previous faith, Islam puts a limit on the number of wives a man can have Under certain circumstances, a Muslim man may marry up to 4 wives as long as he is able to provide for them and maintain justice among them. Otherwise, it is unlawful. Otherwise, it is unlawful. Then it is a sin. If you marry 4 wives, right? If you get 4 wives and you do not treat them all equally, it's a sin. Also, you need to get consent from your wife. You cannot have a second wife if your first wife does not consent. With the exception of Jesus Christ and John the Baptist, neither of whom were married, almost all religious figures in the Bible have had more than 1 wife. According to the Bible, Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. This is in 1 Kings 11:3. And his father David had many wives and concubines, 2 Samuel 5:13. See how it says? This way, you are less likely to commit injustice. So pretty much, the reason why it tells you can marry 4 is because during these times, especially back then, but even nowadays, you see it nowadays, because of war, women become widows, right? Women tend to become widows because their husbands go to war, right? So then they cannot provide for their kids. Because back then women, like for example, they wouldn't work. Or even nowadays, some women are too poor. They need to rely on like a man to provide. So they have a husband. And when the husband is gone, who's going to provide? Who's going to care for them? That's why you do so in a matter of wanting to help someone. You want to help someone else. You want to help like a woman provide for her child, a woman that's suffering in poverty, or a woman that has no support system. You're there for her. You take care of her. You help her. Exactly. You don't have to F someone to provide for them though. I don't like that argument. Exactly. It doesn't have to be sexual, by the way. It doesn't have to be. So the conditions are you treat every single one of your wives equally. So if you have 2 wives, you treat, what the hell is this? If you have 2 wives, you treat them all equally. If you have 3 wives, you treat them all equally. If you have 4 wives, you treat them all equally. Right? And you need consent from every single one. You can't get married without, it goes both ways. You need consent both ways. And you need to do so and not from lust. If you do so through lust or through selfishness or like evil reasons, then you are committing a sin. You need to do so in the context of wanting to provide for someone and help for someone, right? So women that can't provide for themselves, women that maybe, their husband went to war, maybe women they became widows, unfortunate accidents happened. You want to care for someone, that's all. Joe, in Islam, can I die alone if I want to? Yes. Marriage is not an obligation, but it is highly recommended. Okay, read it in Arabic. All right, I'll try my best. Wa inna, is that inna? Oh, wa in خفتم أن لا تقصدوا تقصدوا is that تقصد تقصقوا okay locked in في اليتيم ناكيهم هو oh I'm kind of far فانكحوا ما طالب okay طاب لكم منا النساء النساء ما ثنى مثنى وثلاثة وأربعة فإن تخي فإن خفتم أن لا تعدلوا تعدلوا فوحدة واحدة أو ما ملكت ملكت إم إيمانكم أيمانكم ذلك أدنى ألا تعولوا تعولوا. Okay, locked in. Yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult, bro. It's really difficult. Arabic is so difficult. Oh, hola. Hello, birdie. Assalamu alaikum. You can do it, Joe. Oh, you sound like a first grader. I know, bro. I'm so sorry. I know, bro. It's so difficult. Wait, let me. It's so hot. How do I? Okay, locked in. Sorry, my AC was kind of hot. Slow but solid. You doing great, Pooks. Thank you, my good. But yeah, sorry about that. You can do it, Joe. May I say that's awesome? Yeah, of course. Every time there's a rule or like there's a ruling or there's like an idea in Islam, it's for a specific reason. Like Allah is not gonna make it so that one group of people is gonna be suppressed. You have to realize that Islam was one of the first societies that allowed for, or like ideologies, I guess, or rulings that allowed for women to actually own property. By the way, own property. By the way, in America, what when was it? When was it that women were allowed to open bank accounts? When were women allowed to open bank accounts in the US? 1974, women were allowed to open bank accounts. But Islam 1,400 years ago, allowed women to own properties and own their own wealth. So, yeah. But, Islam suppresses women, right? And Islam is so bad for women. Yeah. And, your first world country, only until 1974. Equal Credit Opportunities Act in 1974. Wow. Crazy. I don't know what I'm going to wear. Loki, I feel like I'm wearing sweatpants, even though that's so out of character for me, because I feel like a lot of people dress casually. I don't think I would stand out. Do you want to stand out? Do you like standing out and stuff? Me personally, I try not to. I hate it. I don't like when people like stare at me in public. People do, by the way, and it's so creepy. Sometimes I go to the gym and people are staring at me, and it's like, bro, is there something on my face? I don't like it. Hello, Banana. Roman Reigns, what's that? Dark Ornament, why are you telling me this? Anyway, sorry I missed some comments. Joey's so good. Thank you, my dad. Did I miss any comments? But yeah, right. That's what I wanted to say. Me personally, I'm happy with only one wife. Like, no, thank you. I'm not gonna lie. Mostly because I wouldn't be fair. Unfortunately. I don't see myself being fair. That's the first thing. And second of all, like with my wife, I'd want to give her my everything. I don't want to share it. You know what I mean? I like having one wife that like I love and I give her like everything, you know? Having two wives means like you have to split that and you have to like share your care and stuff like that. And I fear I'm not able to do that. Mm. Every time I dance, someone will like try to follow me while I dance. I hate being perceived or standing out, right? Same, same, same. I hate being perceived or standing out. At least you know yourself. Exactly. The issue is you have like people who live in countries like Bahrain, for example. Countries like Bahrain or like the Gulf areas, right? They operate under Islamic laws. They don't, but they do. Like they copy some things. They take some things of Islam, but they don't completely take it. So they operate slightly. Hi Z, what's up? Salam alaikum. Hi Raji Baji, salam alaikum. So one of the rules is you can marry multiple people here in like the Islamic countries, the Gulf countries. But most of the time you see people they just marry out of lust or because they're rich enough. So they just give their wives money and they're like, oh, I don't care. It's pretty much like prostitution with the extra steps, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh well. Oh well. Allahu alam. What about the gloves? What about them? You Muslim? Yes, alhamdulillah. It kind of is. It kind of is. If the only reason you want to like marry multiple women and stuff is just so you can have like, so you can fornicate and stuff, and that's it. That's the only reason. You know what I mean? And it's only for like your own like lust, then in the end of the day, it's just prostitution with extra steps. I'm not gonna lie. My country is Muslim majority due to the Ottomans. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why people here follow it so loosely. Yeah, yeah. If you're born Muslim, you're most of the time, a lot of people that are born Muslim, they take it for granted. They're just like, yeah, I believe that's it. I don't need to pray. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to try to do good. I don't need to try to read the Quran. Even though a lot of people are born like being able to read Arabic, right? Or studying Arabic their entire lives. And they take that blessing for granted. Being able to read Arabic is a huge blessing. I have an Arabic exam tomorrow. Inshallah, you pass. Z. Lenin, what is your hair routine? I'm not Lenin. Just use a hair cream. It's actually better to just marry one. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Exactly. Was Maria here already or no? I don't think so. Lust ruins a man a lot, a lot. Like if you marry out of lust, you'll not be able to see your wife normally. Exactly. And what if your wife gets older? Then what? That's what I'm saying. And that's why things like feeling I say this all the time, but one of my most important things when it comes to marriage and like actually being with like a girl I actually enjoy or like I love, you know what I mean, is feeling warm. I know this is kind of crazy to say as like a whole man. I'm a whole man and I'm saying, yeah, I want to feel warm. No, but it's true. Sometimes you're with like a girl, you know, like you're dating her or you're marrying her or whatever, and you just feel safe. You just feel warm. You feel cared for, you know? Because like I don't know how to describe it. Like you can build a house or you can buy a house or you can buy an apartment, but it just doesn't feel the same if you're not with the right person. Like I know it's kind of cliche and kind of corny to say, but like it's true. It's true. Like the type of person that makes your house a home. That's what you need. That's what you need. I can't just marry a girl that's just pretty or just attractive and that's it and call it a day. I can't do that. I need someone that makes me feel warm. I need someone that makes me feel like I'm cared for, loved for, and that I bond with truly. I know it's kind of weird to say, like, oh man, look at this guy, Mr. Loverboy over here, but it's true. It's true. It's so true. That's what's gonna last. Cause like looks fade, I guess. Even though I disagree with that, cause you think I'm not gonna do my wife like we were when we were 30 compared to like we were 80? No, there's gonna be no difference. I'm still gonna do her just the same. Right. Hello. Salam alaikum, Fatfur. I have a math test after tomorrow. Good luck, twin. Studying a religion doesn't have to be in its original language. Of course, of course. But when you pray, you have to pray in Arabic. Not me, though. I always look immaculate. I believe that. Wrinkly back shots, exactly. And to sleep so I can wake up. Good night. Good night, Z. Tiki tiki funk. Arabic is hard. Arabic is very difficult. Do you know Arabic, Gardevoir? You're Muslim? Yes, alhamdulillah. Bob, thank you for the follow. Tiki tiki. Dun, dun. To be honest, my country was invaded and colonized enough, so I think I'm fine knowing English and my native language. Fair enough. Arabic? Barely, barely, sorry. Ra, hello. Thank you for the follow. Ta-dang. Yo, we all playing Hilux. We all hopping on Hilux. Hilux. I love that game so much. Say any word, Apple. Oh, your native language is Arabic. Must be nice. I'm still trying to learn Japanese. It's quite difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It's quite the challenge. It's very difficult. Issue is I wish I had like Japanese friends I can talk to. And y'all are gonna be like, oh, what about Notan? I love Notan. He's the goat. With the time zones are crazy. And we're both very busy, so it's very difficult to find the time. Yeah. The tiki tiki funk or yada yada. Tiki tiki. Tiki tiki. I can teach you Arabic. I'm a teacher. Are you a teacher? Are you an Arabic teacher? Wait, are you being for real? Are you actually? For real, for real. Like, how do I send coins? Like donation? I mean, it's with money. Hmm. Yeah, that's the version here. But if you just watch me for free, just like that, it already supports me a lot. By the way, just to let you know. Da-na-na. My Arabic is worse than anyone in Riyadh. Even though I've grown up in Arab countries, only in from an Arabic country. Oh man, say an offensive Arabic word? Yikes! Yikes! No, don't use Arabic for that. Such a beautiful language. Why ruin it? Can't watch Peak for free, but I got no money, sadly. Nah, it's alright, 23. It's alright. I appreciate your support so much. Pew. Shuri, hi, it's so nice to see you. How are you? Alternate universe. I could have known how to read the Arabic characters. So that was one of the options in the meeting where they decided the alphabet for the language. Ah, that's so cool. Wishing pregnancy on you. Thank you so much, Lana. That's so sweet of you. You look Muslim. Oh, I had no idea Muslim has a look to it. Had no idea. Especially since literally anyone can be Muslim. In order to be Muslim, all you have to do is say 2 sentences. Oh, kick me out the Discord. A hacker got my account. Oh no. I am Muslim, yes, alhamdulillah. Insanely difficult. Have you been trying to learn it? Ah, native language. MashaAllah. We locked in. I'm from Lebanon, but I hate speaking Arabic. Oh, so what do you usually speak? You're an English teacher, but my native language is Arabic. Oh, that's so cool. Being an English teacher. Who do you teach though? Is it like middle schoolers or something? Do you have the patience for it? Man, I remember a lot of my teachers when I was in middle school, elementary especially, they were so awful. They treated me so badly. And they were always on their nerves and like had anger issues. It was so weird. Very strange. It's like you chose to teach kids. And you didn't even have the patience for it. Weird. Me? Wait, me for what? I'm gonna have asked you something I forgot. I have to do is say 2 sentences, then you have to mean it in your heart and keep doing prayers. So when you try to force a person, they can't become Muslim. There's no compulsion in religion. It says so in the Quran. And it goes off soda? Oh man. Oh man, must be nice. Said, do you listen to K-pop? I do not, sorry. Hi Ja. Hi Seal. What do you mean I can treat you much better? What are you talking about? How's life recently? Alhamdulillah, it's good, it's great. Goes off soda. Wait, what's your favorite soda, Sayuri? I can read well, but I don't like talking because it sounds so bad, and people keep saying my Arabic when talking is horrible. It's difficult. You should. They have a lot of genres. I get you, but I really like J-pop a lot and Vocaloid. How's your sleep? It was alright. It was alright. Thanks for asking. I did wake up really early. Oh man, I ended up taking a nap like midway through. Hello Kitty, bubble tea, locked in. No, I'm part-time English teacher in a center. I'm only 16. I do it for fun. You're an English teacher at 16? Wow. That's impressive. What's your mic and what mods do you use to make it sound good? Make it sound? Do I sound good right now? Nothing. I didn't use a single mod on my microphone, so if I sound good, that's all natural. That's all natural. That's my voice. Oh man. I'm using a Moana mic. Moana's pretty fire. How do you feel? Wait, Joe, how do you feel less nervous in conversations with new people? Practice, practice. If you keep talking to people again and again and again and again and again and again and again, then surely you'll be good at it. You know what I mean? But if it's rare, then obviously you're always gonna be nervous. Me as well. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been here on Earth? So how old am I? 22. Very interesting way of asking the question. I need my Goislop cranberry strawberry can drink, but the stores are closed. Is it too late for you? I did start stream very late. I really apologize, everyone. I love you all very much. My apologies. Oh, no pressure, but when will Amori Part 7 come out? Oh, have you been waiting for it? I'm so sorry. Oh, bless your heart. We do need to upload it. I'm not gonna lie, today as well, I was supposed to upload a Chronically Online entry. Let me know who's been watching these, by the way. Do you enjoy them? Do you enjoy the Chronically Online entries? Because I'm thinking of uploading another part very soon. Sorry for procrastinating. I was supposed to do one today, actually. Try to record it after stream if I can. Yeah, you like them? You like them? I'll keep it up then, inshallah. Joe Koli, mashallah, and I hope it grows, but the microphone is too expensive for me. Yeah, it is. Remember me? What's good, twin? Sorry, unfortunately, I only remember people on the other stream. Because if you're watching me on TikTok, I'm also live on the Purple. We're live on 2 places at the same time. If you can go over to the other stream, I would love you forever. Always in my free time? Amazing. You know what I don't enjoy? Tell me. I love the Chronically Online series. They're so good. Oh, you're so sweet. On the last one, I felt like really awkward though, because I kept like stuttering and stuff. And I kept pausing. I was like, oh man. Oh, I didn't get the damn notification. Hi, Joey. I'm Taggy's alt account. Ah, Taggy. Oh my god, what a pleasure. Hi, assalamu alaikum. Sorry for the late stream. I finally got to my school stage and speak. I've always been scared. Oh yeah? That's amazing. Oh, I was in the last stream, then I followed. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I only use TikTok like on the background. TikTok's like my side stream. The main stream is on the Purple. If you can go over there, I would literally love you forever. I'll never forget you. This V-Star is really that good. When's the last time you cried? Probably not too long ago. Maybe a week ago or something. It's not difficult for me to cry. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. Oh, I got to speak about mental health. Oh, wow. In front of like the whole school or what happened? That's amazing. Are you sleepy? I love it. I love it, to be fair. Good night, Rusty. Good night, Rusty. Sorry for the late stream. My apologies. Sorry about that. Joy got to sleep. What? Beastar is good, but too horny. Really? Oh, wow. Wait, so you watched Beastars? I heard the ending wasn't too good. Did you see the ending? Please don't spoil, but I heard it's not good. W23. I got to talk about mental health and how to take care of your mental health and how important it is. Yeah. Very important. Of course. Shouldn't be taken for granted. And you have to realize that, like, unfortunately, because of like people who are culturally Muslim, rather than studying Islam, really disregard things like depression and sadness and mental health. Meanwhile, scholars like Ibn Sina, who was a very like accomplished Muslim scientist and physician and philosopher, was talking a lot about mental health, by the way. So it's quite important. Kimo, assalamu alaikum, hello. She just said hi. You're always wearing gloves. Doesn't it get your hands sweaty? Oh well. Good night, twin. Am I making you sleepy? Wait, why? I think I'm making myself sleepy. Wa alaikum assalam, my god. I don't know, I watched it a few years ago. I don't know if they released another season. I think it's finished. I think it's done. By the way, apparently Beastars, her father, the creator, her father made Baki. I'm pretty sure it's the author of Baki. I'm always wondering who did most of your art. Different artists. What are the subtitles? Do you need them? No, they're fine. They're fine. God of War. My room is quite cold. Very interesting question. Is this Eminem? Is this Eminem, perchance? I can't stop listening to the song. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, knees weak, arms are heavy, arms spaghetti, something, mom spaghetti, sweaty, something. Palms are sweaty. Palms are sweaty. Overnight stream, right? Like we started stream at 11:30. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's weird. Right now. Oh, also for some reason, I keep getting this video of Wallace and Gromit. I don't quite understand it. I really don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on here. Hi, what's up, Ton? I don't get it. I really don't. Joe, I'm watching you stay up today. Aw, how cute. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just Wallace being like this. So you reply in 5 seconds? I try to. I try my best. JoJo reference. Oh, right. Sayori, what's your favorite anime? What's your favorite anime, by the way? Because it's having intercourse with my eyes. Bro, what? The video you showed me made me nervous for some reason. You loved AOT. I'm not Lennon. That's not me. Happy birthday, Daniel. You really thought I'd let this day pass quietly. With your voice, you're making me feel so sleepy. Really? It's probably because the mic is like really close now. But I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit inconvenient. Like, for example, if I'm gonna type or something. But like, what I like is, I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm very professional. Dun, dun. My teeth are literally stuck together. I can't open it after eating a hard candy. Oh, have you thought of going to the dentist, Twin? Maybe getting some straight teeth. Akutsuki no Yona is the first anime I've watched, and the first manga ended a few months ago. No way, really? I've been reading it since I was 13. Wow, it's ongoing for so long. Was the ending good? Was it fire? Your voice is really comforting, Joe. You're so sweet. Do I know this one? Wait, I don't think I know this one, no. I think I've ever seen it. Is the anime ongoing? It looks so cute. Yona of the Dawn. Interesting. It looks very adorable. You have bunny teeth? Do I? Do I? Bunny. I still have mixed emotions about the ending. What's really unfortunate is most manga and most animes have horrible endings. I don't know why, but but mangas just can't get good endings for some reason. That's just because of them. Like even before you did the mic, I used to fall asleep in your live. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Excuse me, sir. Happy birthday, Daniel. Hermit Purple. Do you watch AOT? I have. Yes. What I really like is the soundtrack and the characters. I think the characters are well written. My issue is the pacing. The pacing is horrible in my opinion. And the way the story goes is just like it focuses on different characters all the time, and I don't like it. It changes the main character all the time. It doesn't stay consistent. I'm not a fan. Honestly, I think Attack on Titan was the perfect length. Not too long, not too short. But the pacing, I don't like the pacing. It's fast, then it's slow, then it's fast, then it's slow, then it's up, then it's down, then it's left, then it's right. And the story just keeps changing, and the themes keep changing, and it's so strange. Hi, Hope. Welcome back. My username used to be Yona for so long. What? I had no idea. So cute. Yeah, you do. It's so cute. Thank you, Roji. How are you? I'm doing amazing. Alhamdulillah, Inked. How about you? Ending was good, but you can never truly satisfy readers. I mean, that too. Ja, I was watching you, and my mom said you seem so sweet, but you came at the wrong time. It was when you were staring at the camera and singing Happy Birthday, Daniel. Happy birthday, Daniel. You really thought I'd let this day pass quietly. After season 3, it got weird. Attack on Titan? Season 2, it got weird. Season 1 was so good. I loved it. Of Attack on Titan. Season 2 is bad. Bro, Aaron was just like a tiny like care package where make sure Aaron's safe, make sure Aaron's safe, make sure Aaron's safe. He's just a baby being cradled around, and I really didn't like it. Especially if I was waiting for it for 8 years. Wow. That's insane, actually, Sayori. Good point. Holy. Oh, I wish they had a better ending. Full Metal Alchemist best anime. If that's the case, then that's truly not the case because we all know the best anime is Danmachi. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon? I blocked my best friend yesterday. What happened? Agent is saying he's the anchor. Is that true? Lately, he has been. What's up with the new background? Oh, I'm in Bahrain. I'm in a different country. I'm in my parents' home, actually. Recommend me a good movie to watch? I'm the last person you should ask this question to. We're JJK fans. We don't read our manga. I do not like JJK. I think it's a discount Bleach, in my opinion. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Hello, Water Eater. That's a fact, not an opinion. Fullmetal Alchemist, alright. Did you hear the author is working on a new series? I think JoJo's better than Full Metal Alchemist, in my opinion. New Doctor Stone season? I already read the manga, but I'd love to watch it again. I'd love to rewatch it. It seems amazing. Obviously with my wife. Because I talked about this before. I don't know if y'all remember the conversation on stream. But I would never watch like anime with a girlfriend, for example, because like I don't know if we're going to break up or something. And if we break up, then I'll be depressed. And every time I see that anime, I'll be depressed. So I want to do it with like my wife. Because then it'll be fine. You're stuck with me forever. You're stuck with me forever. You're gonna watch it probably. The anime was released in 2014. They're finally making a movie. Oh, that's amazing! Oh my god, I'd love to watch it. I need to catch up. What anime should I watch? You should definitely watch I Became Friends with the second prettiest girl in my class. It's actually pretty fun. I've not caught up. There's probably like 2 new episodes actually. She blocked me on Snapchat for no reason. When I asked her about it, she deleted her account. Found out she was blocked. I blocked her everywhere. It's so strange. You have a wife. I do not have a wife. You can also break up with your wife. That's called a divorce. And I'd rather not, to be honest. Watch AOT. I have, Daniel. W Wade in the chat. W Wade. I'm so sad these days. End of the sentence. And then her suddenly blocking me. It was depressing. I really hope, your week gets better. Everything gets better. Inshallah. I watched a rom-com anime about a girl in a chair. Steins Gate. Oh, yeah? Joe, what's up, Glorby? I'm gonna try hitting more than at 9 billion watching. Alright. V-Stars cannot be this good. What's more of an anchor, me or Agent? I would say Glorby. But Agent's getting there. Trust me, it's not weird. Wait, what's not weird again? Joe comforting virtual phones before GTA 6, my bad. I don't know, I always found it cute. Like, whenever I'm watching an anime and I see, like, a character getting pat or something, I always found it cute. And I'm like, damn. I want to do it to someone. I want it done to me. Watch me get ignored? Oh, yeah? Lupin the Third is pretty good. Danganronpa, it would be pretty fire. What is your hear me out? Hear me out. Probably Muffet from Undertale. I've had like a crush on her when I was like a little jit. I was like 14. I was like, it did something to my brain, I think. Probably something I shouldn't admit, to be honest. What? Yo, hello, assalamu alaikum. Unfortunately, I do respond to comments more on the other stream because I'm live on TikTok and I'm live on the Purple. So if you want to come to the Purple stream, I would love you forever. I love eating water. Oh, I can tell. You're cute, comforting me, of course. P, thank you for the follow. Come over to the other stream. Do you know what I'm talking about? Muffet, yeah, the spider lady. Watch To Be Hero X. I think I've seen it, actually. Muffet from Undertale. Muffet. I'm gonna restart stream because of lag? Okay, sounds good. No, why is he saying no? What happened? My Hear Me Out is SpongeBob's mom? Yeah, the plot is gone. Never played Undertale. I streamed it a while ago. I've streamed it, I think, maybe 5 times? 6. 6 times, 6 times. Muffet, with the M, Hello, Zavine. No, 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 water heater. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Don't do that. Because I feel like the more you tell people to come over, the less they want to. Why do you open TikTok lives if you don't like it? Because this app, the purple one, has zero like recommending. Meanwhile, TikTok has all the recommending. What's your content? I just talk to my friends. I'm literally live every day and I just talk to my friends. That's it. It's just like a conversation, just hanging out with friends, pretty much. That's what it is to me. Bro, you're Egyptian. I love the certainty in your voice. But it took like 10 seconds. What's the little island east of Madagascar? I'm scared. Portion. My hear me out is portion cars. What? Good idea, Glurbe. Would you consider me as a friend? Of course. You're in my stream. You are my friend. That's how it works. You're a workaholic? Nothing wrong with that, but make sure you rest. Because time does not always equal, getting the task done. Someone can finish a task in 1 hour, someone can finish it in 10. You know what I mean? You want to think of efficiency. And in order for your body to run efficiently, you have to rest. Unfortunately, that's the way we're built. We're not robots. I'm doing a quiz, I can't remember it. I don't remember it either. Oh, the portion, the Cars movie, look her up. I'm so scared. Oh, it's Sally. You're talking about Sally. You're talking about her, right? Oh my. Alfie's is better? Ew, Alfie's is so gross. She's so corny. She's like, I play dating simulator. I need to study hard because if I don't, I won't get into college and I'll have to do field work with my dad. Do everything in order to leave this village. You locked in, twin. I unfortunately I do not say where I'm from. I'd rather keep that private. But if you'd like to ask me another question, you're more than welcome to. I've not watched One Piece. I'm so sorry. It's so much of a long series. I didn't have the time. What is this? Why are we looking up cars? We confess feeling. Because he said that's his hear me out. Maria, hello. Hi, sorry for being late. I was out with my sister the whole day. Hi, Maria. I missed you. How are you? Can I give you $6,000? Oh, please do. Cupcake or ice cream? Ice cream easily. Ice cream easily. And for ice cream, I love artificial flavors. The more goy flavor it is, the better. I already answered you, 23. Don't talk about my wife, Jeh. You don't want to see my dark side. I can't study well recently because of burnout. Do you have any recommendations? Make sure you sleep well, right? Make sure you eat well and drink water. And just start. Maybe just do as much as you can, right? Set a timer. Start studying, set a timer, right? Let's say you study for 15 minutes. Whenever you feel like you hit your limit, set the time, record the time. For example, if it's 15 minutes, then 15 minutes your limit. Take a 10-minute break and come back. Set the timer for 15 minutes and do the same, right? Take breaks and reach your limit, and it'll increase naturally. It's like weight training, right? You do like 8 reps, and then the next day you'll be able to do 9 or something, right? Find your limit and keep trying to increase it slowly. I didn't ask for you to hear me out. I'm just asking. No, I already answered it. I said Muffet. Thank you, bro. Of course. Good luck. Inshallah, you do amazing. FHD, think of the follow. I know it's good, but I just don't have the time to watch 1,000 episodes. Assalamu alaikum, Azza. It's good to see you. My Oh, hear me out. Is fear, greed, and hatred from Blocktails. Oh. Professor Utonium. What is that? Are you from Kurdistan? What's up with you? What's up, twin? What, I meant to say, what's up with you? Is that how you say it? What's good, twin? I don't know. I heard you say goat in Arabic. Did I? Wait, how do you say goat in Arabic? Also, hi, Percy. Salam. Do you know assassination classroom? I do. Yeah, what's up? Yo, what's up, Yusuf? Thank you so much for the follow. Mithriza. Az. Haruf. Aza. Ma'aza. Okay. Okay, locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in. I can read stuff. I can read stuff. I'm locked in. Yeah, I don't understand the numbers and stuff. Okay, okay, locked in. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. A sheep is kharuf. Okay. Can you search up my hear me outs? I'm scared. I'm terrified. Koro sensei. Koro sensei. Hmm? Also, yeah, how was your day, Percy? How's it going? How's it going? What's going on? Anime is a big problem, brother. The songs. What are you talking about? I wrote it in Tunisian Facebook language. Oh yeah? Tunisian Facebook language. What? What is that? Wait, does that mean you use Facebook? Wanna learn I love my viewers in Filipino? Sure. My bad, my bad. No, no, you're all good. I hate when TikTok makes me do the verification puzzles every 2 seconds. Had to cheer my sick friend. No, but that's so sweet. I love that. That's amazing. Good job, Percy. That's so sweet of you. I love that. I love that. No, no, no. That's a priority. That's a priority. I'm always here. I'm always here, alhamdulillah. You can always come back to me. What? My sub is gone. No, Maria. I'm so sorry. Joe, what should I be promoted to? I've been watching you since 2026, January 13. Oh, really? Since January? That's amazing. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you, 23. Hi, hello. Notice how I join your lives every day. I appreciate you so much. Fried. What, yo, Ezra, what did you just say? yo, Ezra. Guys, I think he's fake. You're completely correct. Hello, Mimi. I love the song so much. I love like seeing edits of the song. It's a shame I can't zoom my camera anymore. I'm just cooler. He's real? No, bro, I'm not real. Say hi. Hello. Where you from? Michael. Wrap it up. Smoke it off is better. Nah, nah, nah. This soda is easily. Dun, 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 dun. I want a close up of a beautiful face. No, I have too many pimples. Joe, I'm surprised you didn't get sacrificed for Eid because I'm the goat, like, you know. Oh. Gruben, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you so much. Yo, much love. Yo, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Gruben. Thank you, thank you. My God. We write the Arabic hard alphabets in numbers. Ah, that makes sense. It's easy, right? I can't really read that name. Thank you so much for the follow. Was there related between you and the iPad? What? What do you mean? So 3 is Ain? Oh, ah, it's like the ah. 5 is Ha. Okay. Mahal ko ang aking mga manunod. I said, go Ayiki Kalen. I'm Muslim, alhamdulillah. Your lives always pop up for TikTok for me. Oh, yo, let's go. Was that Amj? Thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry. 230 stream streak. Thank you so much, Maria. The V streak. 230. Money so big. I love that song, actually. By Yeats, right? You're talking about Yeats. I love this song, actually. I love Twizzy Rich more. 230 stream streak is insane. Holy. The V dedication. The V get. Did you know that numbers in Arabic are most Indian numbers? Like, what do you mean most Indian numbers? I do not play Roblox, sorry. I have mommy and daddy issues. Thank you so much for the follow. Wow. Must be difficult. Yeah, mama baby, mama talking. Do 2 to 3 episodes a day. I still don't have the time. Yeah, yeah. I have almost 110 channel points. Oh, yo, let's go. So I have to go, man. But when you become in the big leagues, don't forget me and your viewers. Bye. Bye-bye. I'll miss you. Yo, why is my mouse disconnecting every 2 seconds? I really don't like that. Hello, Ashals. Hello. Salam alaikum. Are you an AI? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hiko, okay. Yes, I am an AI. Hope that's not an issue. Legend, thank you so much for follow. What games do you play? Barely any. I don't really play games. Maybe once a century. That's not so bad. Could be worse. Numbers are kind of based on how many angles there are in the number. Really? That's pretty cool. Hello, assalamu alaikum. My favorite AI streamer. Favorite Mr. Robot. Favorite Android. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Vampire. I like Vampire more. Kind of aura. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. I think I get the idea. Wait, you're AI? Yes, bro. Too human to be AI. Oh, man. Ah, yes. Cheers. 1, 2, 3 aren't English. These are original Arabic numerals. Of course. Yes. We are aware. We know. We know, we know. Hi, Jojo. Hi, Jojo. Yeah, yeah. When will you make your next Goon stream? Never was a thing, by the way. Oh, Chemo, it's right here in chat. It's right there in chat. Oh, by the way, Percy, what do you think of the mic setup? Because I don't know how I feel. Because, like, when I heard it, I was like, I was getting like... Do you like Lion King? What's that? Hmm? Oh, it looks good. This is not your human, you know? What do you mean this is not your human? Yeah, mic is closer. Yeah, it is. It is. So it sounds a little bit different. I'm not swallowing the mic. I prefer it out of the pictures. Yeah, same, same, honestly. Is it because you want to see my chest? Yeah. No, but the reason why I like it when it's closer is because I can get like really close and you can hear me in your ear. So that's pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie. So when I hear it, I'm like, yeesh. Definitely. Oh, wow. Get it away. Oops, sorry about that. I remember eating the noodle oodles in the basement of the restaurant. Be getting a bit of femboy as I'm not a femboy. I wonder if I can make the mic go lower. Maybe I can make it like this. Maybe this is better. Oh, it's just like a little bit under. Ooh, but then I can't see a lot. Give us a kiss up close. Mwah. Like that? You don't look like AI. Yeah, it's a joke. I'm not AI. Okay, what's up? A little smooch for you, Rashid. I'm sorry. I don't know. I felt it in my soul, right? I'm wearing a headset. Never do that again. Sorry about that. Play browser games on stream. I like that. I feel bad. Just for you, I got you. Wear sweat. Wait, why are you complaining? Yo, why are you complaining? You asked for the you asked for this. Hi Melody, what's up? I love the Chromium that headset. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't go back on my word. All my twisted up, bitch, I'm next in line. I'm so tired. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night, Gruben. I miss you, bro. Good night. What did he say? Next thing he'll do, he'll talk in a deep voice, like real close. I'm not doing that. Why is there Kuromi on your headphones? Because I love Kuromi. Posting vids on TT to promote your channel will work majestically. What type of clips should I post? Sorry, I was wearing comments. Also, so sorry, Sayori. Such an OF. As the next suggestion is crazy. I don't think Zoya's on stream. ASMR. Get it away. Oh, damn, how much I missed. Yeah, you missed a lot. Joe, you don't need a microphone stand. Just hold your mic with your massive and muscular tatas. Yeah, in between here. In between them. Yeah, I know, Fatima. It's a joke. Don't worry about it. Get busy. I should like the song too. Why is everyone in TT chat LARPing, right? Joe Coley and Joe fans. I'll miss you. Bye bye. Good night. Sleep well. Where are you? In my parents' home. Call my name Milo. Why is bro repeating the same comment? I diluted as much salt as possible into some water and evaporated the water. For some reason, the salt I got was pretty different from normal salt. Really is. That's Yona of the Dawn. Maybe I need to hop on that. Who it is? Who that is? Sad player. I feel like reading bedtime stories. There was once a little sheep by the name of Kyle. Now, Kyle was a bad sheep, and he exploded. I said, where you from, Smarty? Smarty. But I'm from Michael. Hi, and yo, something that's been on my mind recently. Something that's been on my mind recently is that one video that's like, oh shit. You know what I'm talking about? The oh shit. You know, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. This one, y'all know it. Y'all know it, right?
Oh, shit.
It's so bad. It's so bad. They were basically doing Pop the Balloon, but with kids. And the guy who's like making the video or something, he was like, oh shit. What do you mean, oh shit, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean? So, like, you can see, like, this child, this is a kid with the balloon. It's supposed to be Pop the Balloon. And this girl is like shaking it. They're both kids. And the guy is like, look.
Oh, shit.
What the hell? What the hell? I saw the old lady saying that. No. Yeah, there's another one as well. There's like an old lady. There's like a little kid, and he's like, "Yo, baby mama, I'm trying to get your number." And then it's an old lady, and it's like a little kid, and she's like, "Oh, Tai shit." Yo, what do you mean, Tai? What do you mean? No, I never got braces. Please stop spamming my chat. It's horrible. No, it's actually horrible. It's terrible. It's so bad. 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 What are you talking about? Okay. You didn't see it? Man, I saw the video somewhere. I don't know where it went. Oh shit. There's like different versions of it. There's like different versions. Or like different people who did the same thing. I don't I don't know. I don't know if I can find it. If I find it, I'll send it to you. Yeah. Yeah, Tai shit. Nini, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum. User, hello. Something I really like, something that I've been seeing, like a meme that I really like, is like people's like mics. You know what I mean? Like you got flight reacts, and then you got like this guy named Fly Guy or something, Fly Guy Carter or something, and they both have the worst mics of all time. I wonder if I can find the video. Like there was a video that I saw and I couldn't stop laughing, honestly. I was like, all right, bro. I need that mic. I need the mic so bad. Can I find it is the question. Can I find it? I'm trying to find it really quickly so I can send it to y'all. Oh, I think I found it. I think yeah, okay. I found it. All right. Please analyze this. Please say rar. What video? Okay, take a look. Take a look. Here. Okay. Found it. Oh, send it to me. Okay, please analyze this video with me. Please analyze this video. I take a look. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Okay. Laptop, relax. Breathe. How does he do that? He like presses a button and then he's like, how does he do that? It's so high pitched. It's like, how does he do that? Is that Dr. Pepper guy? No, it's not the Dr. Pepper guy. I'm gonna. I don't know how he does it. Oh my god, it's making my laptop. It's making my laptop. My laptop's crashing. It's not that Dr. Pepper guy with my ears. How does he? I want to do that. I want to do that with my mic. I actually want to do that. How does he do it? I don't know. Mic of instant paralysis. How does he do it? He's a Rainbow Six Siege streamer, of course. It's always people who it's always like anyone who plays Rainbow Six. Like this is gonna be the case. Within my ears, I need that microphone. It's your headphones giving off the sound to the mic, and the mic picks it up and sends it to the headphones. Try it. Ah, maybe. No, but no, that doesn't make sense. How does it get that high pitched? What time is it for you? Almost 1 a.m. Oh, did you send me the OG? Oh, Ezo sent it to me. Ezo sent it to me. Ezo, oh, you sent it to me too? Jerry, what's up? May not work for every mic. Yeah, you just need to get like the worst mic. Me too. Oh, thank you. Is it alright to wear this princess outfit because my other clothes are wet? Yeah, of course. Okay, please analyze. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, Nini, you still here? This is the video I'm talking about. Oh, what do you mean, Ty? Hello, Victoria. Are you in Egypt? No. Princess, thank you for the follow. Like, what do you mean? Or the no. I feel like the oh shit is way worse. Which one's worse? Okay, so you saw that one, Thai shit. Okay, now I'll show you I'll show you the other one like really quickly. The oh shit original. Which one's worse? Which one's worse?
Oh, shit.
Which one's worse? Which one's worse? Which one's worse, bro? Bro, what do you mean, bro? The white background. They're doing pop the balloon with kids. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. You still at Jareer? Yes, bro. I'm in Jareer bookstore right now. Hi, hello. Both are bad. You can't rate it. This is worse. Bro, what do you mean tight shit, bro? And he said, step aside. I'm here for your mama. Yo, what? The world is ending. This is one of the signs. One of the signs of like the day of judgment, Yom al Qiyamah. No, this is actually so bad. No, like unironically. Ali, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, no, it's so weird. Who agreed to film that? What? No. You know what's crazy? Is the parents that allowed their children to be on the show. Hi, Sonny. Ali, you're a nice guy, but you're not speaking to someone. Crazy. No, both are bad. Yeah, ew. Ew, man. Like, what are you? Ah. Nah, it's just Joey taking the oldest woman he can find. Music kid, to be honest, if I was the kid, I'd do the same thing. No, but actually, no. Okay, jokes aside. That's so horrible. That's so horrible. I don't know. Whenever I think about it, like, why do I like older women so much? Um, I think it started. I think it started when I was like in elementary school, and I remember there was like some. I was in elementary, and there were like some high school girls who were like, "Oh, you're so cute," when I was in elementary. And I think that's where it started. I don't know. Maybe somewhere around that. I mean, there's that too. That too, but you know. Ah, yeah, what's up? It is just Lil RT. He's been way worse, is he? Joshi, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Sigmund Freud? No, bro. Imagine letting your kid do that. No, oh, hell no. You sent me the big thighs thing on Insta. All right, let's find it. Okay. Okay, you found it? Yes. You sent me the Taishi accuracy. Man. What do you mean stop ignoring me, dude? What's up? I wasn't really seeing your comments. Was good. Alright. Alright. Anyways, let's lock in really quickly. Should play Hollow Knight. I already have. This is probably so funny in 2024. This is so funny. Perk 30. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. The perk 30. This is probably so funny back in 2023. It would have been like, oh, he said Diddy sauce. He said Diddy sauce. Twin, what is you doing? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I hate whenever I open a comment section and I just see, oh, shit. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, 2024. Got you. What are you watching? Yeah, I don't even know, 10. Boboclat. Oh, you. What do you mean? You ignorant streamer. Yo, watch your tone. Watch your tone. Cypher, who you talking to like that? And you picked it at a bad time. Anyways. Let's take a look. Are you talking about Are you talking about Are you talking about Hi Sweetie? Sweetie. Hello butterfly. Hey Sweetie. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Oh shit. Nah, it's so bad. It's so funny to me. It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's so funny. I hate it. I hate it. Timur, what's up? What's up? What's up? Tiki, 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 tiki. Oh, you just love the motherly nature of older, mature women. Important to clearly define that is motherly. Not like a mother, you know? Yeah, of course. Have you ever came to Qatar? Not yet, but I'd like to. The song. Oh man, bruh. Go Zalo. Tiki 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 tiki. This is what you're talking about, right? Timur, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Gozalo, Gozalo. We all love the song. Hmm? 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 Toko, toko, toko. Nah, bro, this is better than Tiki Tiki. This is better than Tiki Tiki. Clearly, obviously better than Tiki Tiki. But I love the song so better. So better. How old are you? 22. Timur, thank you for the follow. 7RB, thank you for the follow. If y'all want to support me, go to the other stream. Because we're live on TikTok and we're live over there. Over there on the purple. You know what I'm talking about, right? 22 is not young. 22 is not young. What do you mean? Why are my headphones like reverbing it like crazy? 22 is still young. I guess. Hi, Kane. Diggy 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 diggy. Oh, good night. Already? Like this early? I just realized it's 1 a.m. actually. It's not early. 22 is young. Oh man. Oh man. 22 is young as well. Well, how old are you? About 25 to 26, you get counted as older, in my opinion. Got you. I'm only like 3 years off that. Last like 2 years and a half, no? Oh, bro, my back. My back is so sore, I'm not gonna lie. For you, it's a trend. So better. I don't really feel it in my traps though. But I wish my traps were beefier. I wish I had beefier traps. Like I wish they were like, how do I how do I push, 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 push? See? Da! Da! Maybe if you did like this. Oh, yeah, yeah. So you have to push them like this. Ah, there we go. Certified grannies and grandpas over here. Yeah, grandma, grandmama. What's up? What's up, twin? Where you from? Michael. What's a MILF, by the way? Don't worry about it. Still, you can't compare a 15-year-old to an 18-year-old. Yeah? What do you mean? Yeah, no, no, the age gap. The age gap is like different. When you're younger, the age gap is way more than when you're older. For example, someone who's like 25 dating someone who's like 23 versus someone who's like 17 dating someone who's 15. I feel like it's different. Yeah. Because like in your teens, that's where you mature the most, I feel like. Until you like reach adulthood. Do you know Arabic? A little bit. You're the youngest one here. Here's the guy I learned about the countries and seeing if I can still do it. So I'm doing them continent by continent and just done Africa. Oh, locked in. That's like you LARP hit. I don't know why I can't feel anything when doing lat pull downs. Really? Are you sure your technique is on point? Is your unk? Are you Cypher? How do you LARP Kahoot? Said you're only 3 years between you and 25. Of course, it's a bit different, but there's still a big jump. So you wouldn't count as older. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Oh my god, I'm gonna edit. I'm from an Arabic country, Lebanon, and I hate Arabic. What? Why do you hate Arabic? What's wrong? So basically, you're not Dustin Buns. Thank you. Very sweet of you. I'm gonna keep calling you Zipper, because I like Zipper. The wig back, Kyle Joseph. Kyle Joseph makes his return. Percent, bro, you not up. Whoa, Aini. Whoa, Aini. Please bring back Kyle Joseph. Bro said analyze this real quick. All right, let's take a look at what Cobra sent me. Let's take a look. Okay, let's analyze this together. Oh my god, I've missed this game so much. What is happening? Why is he wearing a do-rag? I remember you. What's good, Blue Dagestan? Pick up the follow. What is he doing? Go white boy, go. Go white boy. Go white boy. Blue shirt kid. Go white boy, go white boy. The do-rag is crazy. Oh man. The little do-rag. Right? Crazy. Yeah, Zipper. I love Zipper. Hope you get a hi mom clip with Kyle Hus. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Yeah, I love whenever I open a comment section and I see that. I'm so scared. Like with that one Squid Games character, I'm LARPing because I've never seen Squid Games and I never will, to be honest. My apologies. I just don't like seeing people die and watching that. I don't like it. Makes me feel bad. Oh, Gone for a Minute. Yo, y'all know the song by Yeet? Gone for a Minute. What's the rush? What's the rush? But went into shock and all they did is hyping him up. He was hitting it though. I'm not John. I love the song. I'm trying to see what you like. What's the rush? Hi, hi, hi. We haven't interlocked toes and watched Subaru Aura Monster with green aura and flies. Apparently it was animated really badly. Or not that well. Not enough impact frames. Lavend, thank you so much for the follow. I do not like K-pop, sorry. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. Squid Games is Ghost Slop. Don't watch it if you want. You can watch it first season. It's good. Heard the ending was awful. That's what I heard. I'm not surprised. Most of the time it's like that. I've been gone for a minute. Hi, Boxy. Do you S? S what? Hi, Rosa. Oh, Rosa's here. Salam. Salam alaikum, Rosa. About that, oh my god, can I tell you a story? I'm not John, no. It was good, fair. Can I tell you a story? Today I went to like the butcher shop with my dad, and I remember they had like some, they have like the butcher, and then they have some stuff in the fridge, so you can see those. Boxy, thank you so much for the follow. And there was literally like sheep testes. Sheep testes, and I couldn't stop laughing. Was it sheep? No, lamb testes, yeah. Lamb testes. And I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stand up. And I'm like, yo, dad, take a look. Testes. Look at the balls. No, we didn't buy them. Just speak Arabic. No, I don't. Sorry. Yeah. Clean your room, twin. Talala. No, they were big. They were big. Like, they were actually big. They were like this big. No, it was like this big. Something like this. Something like this. Bro, and they were veiny. They were veiny too, bro. Ew. And there was like two. What's good, Wafa? How you doing? Is that Wafa? What language do you speak? English. I'm trying to learn Japanese there. Inshallah. I was laughing like crazy. I'm not. Yo, I would rather die than eat them. I actually like this song. Yeah, ew, that's so nasty. Yo, who eats sheep testes? Sorry, lamb testes. What? I am not eating them. Wafa, but not lighters. Wafa. 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 Hello, Wafa. Yeah, Wafa. You should join our other stream. Cause we're live on TikTok and we're also live on the Switch. Hello, Al. We're live on Switch as well. The Switch. So if you come over, I'd love you forever. Sure, where is this? You know the app? You know the app? The Switch? Drop a follow here and search my username, Jahosef. And you'll find me there. This one here, I'll type it to you in chat. Talala, thank you so much for the follow. Do you see my comment? That one. Do you know that one? I've never ate them before. Oh, Sayori, I hope you feel better soon. Hope you don't feel any more pain. Yeah. Yeah, who buys them? It's so weird. Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah. Do you already have an account or not? Also, Al, join us. Join us as well, if you can. Yeah, I'd love you forever. Yeah. What if you get $100? Still no. No amount of money will make me like put like lamb testes in my mouth. No. Oh, you should make one. It takes like a minute to make an account. Maybe like 30 seconds. Yeah. We're live every day, so it doesn't go to waste. Oh, why not, L? I know one personally. Who is it? A relative. Ah, not even 7 quintillion euros. Ew. 30 seconds and you love me forever? Yes, absolutely. What an offer. It's fair. Because the issue is, I'll tell you why. On TikTok, I get banned all the time or shadow banned. And I don't get paid at all. Like, they do not support me at all. All I do is I use TikTok for recognition. So people see me. So then they can support me because I'm live literally every single day. You know what I mean? I want to, inshallah, be able to become a full-time streamer. It's like my dream. And if you go to the other stream, it does support me a lot, like the Switch. No, Maria, no. Ew, 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 that's so nasty. I've had to skin them once. Ah, oh, I'm so sorry, Sayuri. I wouldn't wish that for anyone. You're Muslim? Yes. Alhamdulillah. People eat brains, eyes, and balls aren't surprising. Yeah, but it's so gross. Asa, hi. Because Asa. Have you ate them before, Maria? Have you ate them before? It was good, Sona. Where are you from? Oh, that's a secret. You love asking questions, don't you? Bro didn't reply to me. About what? Because not. Ah, because not. Not Asa. Already heard this song. So it was a new BP song. Where's Cheaping when you need him? Yo, Cheaping. BP song right now. You think I'm Arab, really? Do I give that vibe? How old are you? 22. But I would try them if you would try them with me. Oh, no, I wouldn't. Sorry. I would not. No, you're on your own. I apologize. Yeah, no, never. Yeah, me neither. Hi, random dude. Mo, yada, 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 yada. Oh, wait. Rosa, are you okay? Everything all right? Mo, yada, 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 yada. I'm not telling you where I'm from. And things like swearing on Allah's name shouldn't be done on such trivial matters. That as well. People eat intestines after they clean them out of duk-duks. Balls aren't that bad compared to that. Ew. Yo, bro, my friends left me. I've been with them for years. Why? Why did they leave you? What happened? Joe looks like an Earth inhabitor. Thank you, my guts. Why are you replying to non-existent comments? Because I'm live on 2 different platforms. I'm live on TikTok and I'm live on the Switch. But I like the Switch more. So I try to reply more over there. I try to reply to both, but my attention mostly is to the Switch. Yeah. We ball, twin. We ball. Hey, we ballin'. Yeah. Hello, Evan Young. Hello, Koya. Reply to me. About what? About what? Because I got passed out in the mall today. Got embarrassed because I'm sick, man. That's not cool. You passed out in the mall and they stopped being friends with you? Wait, what type of logic is that? Why is this guy counting in my chats? Do you play games on stream? Barely, barely, barely. You look like you're from the Fire Nation. Can you bend? Yeah, I can do fire bending. If you say I reply to Denji, you're the goat. Huh? Oh, if you say I replied to Denji, you're the goat. Huh? With Denji. May I ask where the tumor is? I don't have a tumor. What is this? Dr. House? What are you talking about, tumor? Tricks, thank you for the follow. Bendy. Hello, it's your neighbor. It's nice to meet you. My ovaries doing. Rose, I hope you feel better soon. Hope the pain goes away. Yeah? Hi, I'm Cinnamon. Hello, Cinnamon. Nice mustache thing going. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Twin Twin. Thank you. Thank you, my goats. There used to be a song I liked, but I heard it way too much, so then I didn't like it anymore. What is this? Let's see this. What is this? Is this even... Holy slowed. Thank you for the pats, Joe. May I meow for you as well? It won't be necessary. Tung 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 sahur. Tung 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 sahur. Hello, Yas. Meow. Oh, hell no. Where are you from? Michael. Meow for us instead. I don't meow for free. What is this brain cancer music? It kind of goes hard a little bit, but also gives me a headache slightly. Grown up man doing this. What am I doing? What am I doing that you don't like? What's on your mind? What's bro's real name? Wouldn't you like to know? Got enough subs, you greedy bum. Not even in the slightest. I don't. That's not true. I barely have any subs. What are you talking about? Barely. I'm not wearing a May dress. Because hard because it eats the brain cells. Wouldn't you like to know? Not my name, quarterback. Not even close. Hi, Lar. Use Fire Nation instead of Michael. Oh, Michael. Well, I love that so much. It's so funny to me. What's really annoying is on TikTok, people spam all the time. I quite don't like it. Fire Nation, bro said. Can we slow it as much as possible? Can I get a hi? Hello. Oh, Anthea, it's a really good question to go around asking streamers political questions. That's such a good idea to do. I love that. You're giving Zuko without the scar. Really? But he doesn't wear glasses, does he? He doesn't, does he? Bello, Bello. Megara. Hello, Megara. Yeah, inshallah you feel better soon. What's cracking? What's cracking? Who's cracking? I'm kidding. To be honest, part of me kind of wishes I didn't have to wear glasses. Like, it seems pretty cool. Because, like, whenever I remove them, I feel like my face, like, being, like, really light. Usually I don't feel my glasses on my face. But when I remove them, I do feel it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hi, hello. Get laser. Yeah, and then I can LARP with glasses, pretend like I'm Clark Kent. Superman. I pretend like I'm Superman. Like, I wear non-prescription glasses. And whenever I feel like it, I don't have to wear them. It looks strange without them. Yeah, because you're not used to it. Megara, thank you so much for the follow. Avina, thank you for the follow. If you want to support me, can you join my Switch stream? No, I do not like a fish. I look very, very different than a fish. You might need glasses, actually. I hear glasses look cute. Oh, cool. Thank you. Elena, hello. Hi, Evena. Do you lose your personality without the glasses, really? Hmm. Me? Well, laughs on you. I am wearing them, really. You might need a better prescription. Oh, your headphones look so pretty. Thank you. I just really like Kurami. I'm a huge fan. Yeah. Where are you from? Michael. Michael. It looks long without the glasses, right? It does make my face look longer. Weird. Strange. Hey, dude. Hi, Dinah. Oh, why do I actually like this song? It's kind of fire. Low key. Wait, the song is kind of locked. What is Miku? Where is it? What do you mean, what is Miku? His favorite color? Purple. Purple easily. It's like Zuko without his scar or Aang without his arrow tattoo. Yeah, but he's bald. He's bald as hell. God, me too. AI? Yes, Dina, I am AI. What's up with 10 seconds? I do not play Overwatch. No, I don't play any live service games. Oh, I said Michael. You might have not heard me. What's up, Tala? Twin, if you ever go bald, bro, what are you trying to say? Would you not love me if I was bald? Is that what you're saying? You won't respond to me. You're correct. Prove you're a human and take your shirt off. Ah, wouldn't you like that? Bomba class. Oh man. No, Joe, we would not love you if you were bald. What? Really? Why not? Yeah, what's up, Tala? Hi, that girl. What's up? Hello. I'm going. Wish you the best. Thank you, Lagusa. Bye bye. No, I'll still love you just a little less. Yo, you can't just say that. What happened to conditional love? What you doing? Nothing much. I just basically go live every single day and just talk to my friends. I'm 22. Yo, bro. Yo, what's good, twin? Wait, my brother got it. It's fire? Really? Yeah, but your hair. To be honest, I do like having hair. But a lot of people in my family are bald, to be fair. That's what scares me. Yo, take her to follow, Star. What's your major? Geophysics. Why don't you respond? Because TikTok deletes comments. Are you in another live? I am. Yes, 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 yes. I'm on Switch. So if you go to that stream, I would love you forever. Same exact username. Because it supports me a lot. So if you pop in over there, I'd love you. We're literally live every single day. Can you mute? Too locked in. At least he can be Mr. Clean. I don't know how I feel about that. He doesn't have a beard, does he? Holy jawline. Thank you, twin. Wow, your hair looks great. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw my gym trainer like what, 2 days ago? I remember. My old one, right? Because like I remember I told you like you can't have like a gym trainer if you're like under 18. And he was like, "Yo, what's good?" Oh, Mr. Lean. He called me Mr. Lean because he's like, "You look lean as hell." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate you." And then he's like, "Wait, your jaw, like in your face." He's like, "Do you do that stuff on TikTok where they like do the jaw training and stuff?" And I'm like, "No, bro, I don't do that." He's like, "I saw like a video of some guy like doing some jaw, like he was eating some jaw stuff, and that's crazy." Mr. Lean. Would you rather eat your favorite food every day or drink your favorite drink every day? Drink my favorite drink every day. Because my favorite food every day might be a health risk. And cute glasses, thank you. People who love physics are geniuses. Physics is a very interesting subject. Bro said the glasses matches your jawline, by the way. Ah, thank you. I'm from Michael. Mr. Lean is doing jaw stuff, right? He's flirting with you, missing the sign. Very right. Yeah. He's basically calling me lean. That's a compliment. Because, like, you know, we train the nyanyos every day. I'm kidding. I don't train nyanyos every day. But inshallah, we do. I love physics too. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Bye. Elena, thank you for the follow. I love how apps ban some words and people find a way around it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, but it's just inconvenient. That's the issue. Define entropy. Ah, entropy. I know what it is, but I don't remember the definition. Oh man, it's been a while, huh? Entropy. It has something to do with change. I know that. Is it the amount of energy required to change a state of matter? Or am I confusing it with something? Fundamental concept in physics, chemistry, and information that measures the level of disorder, randomness, or energy dispersal within a system. Explains why natural processes are irreversible and why the universe naturally progresses towards chaos. How spread out or dispersed a system's energy becomes. Oh man. You're sassy, I can't lie. I definitely am. Maharaga. Maharaga. Hi, Jay. How old are you? 22. I'm listening to Smoke It Off. Please do not type a comment multiple times. I will block you. I don't like when people spam. I'm writing my SATs in a few hours. Please wish me luck. I've not studied. Why haven't you studied? What happened? The world isn't chaotic, it follows patterns. To a certain degree, yes. Hello. Would you rather be in a room with weak gravity or stronger gravity? Both not affecting you to the point you die. Weak gravity, I'd rather. No, actually strong gravity. Because if the gravity was weaker, how would I stream? What if my setup just starts, my camera starts like... I think for the follow, Spiderweb. Yeah. If you want to support me, please go to my other stream. You look like my uncle from my mom's side. I am not that old. Angle adjusting. Oh, man. Just joined and followed. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go to the other stream if you can. I'd love you forever. Where are you from? Michael. But if it isn't strong, you wouldn't be able to stream that long. Yeah, I think strong is better. Yeah, strong is better. Working out is going to be more difficult, but oh well. Yes, Spiderweb. Yes. Joseph. Same username. Oh, if you can join, I'd love you forever. Please. Thank you. What's your favorite food? Raw oysters, easily. If health science fails, I'm gonna go to engineering, but I want to do medical, but everyone's advising me against it because it's the most difficult. They want to ruin my life just by studying all the time. That's true, it's quite difficult, but the salary is quite nice, though. I am not Lenin. I can't read Arabic, sorry. Yeah, exactly, Maria. That's why. Strong gravity. No, I would be able to stream that long if it was strong. It's not to the point where it has an effect. Nice teeth. Thank you, my gut. Oh, I love this song. Would you flip the coin? You have a 50% chance to get the thing you dream of the most. The other one will summon your deepest, darkest fear. I don't have a deepest, darkest fear. So what's gonna happen? I'm still in university. I tripped on 2 metal poles and only got a bruise. Oh, wow. You got lucky. You die. Oh, well. I'll take that. I'll take those 50-50s. Maybe do a Qiyam al-Layl. Read Surah Al-Baqarah. Qiyam al-Layl. And then flip the coin. 3,500 plus 3,500 wouldn't be 7,000. I wonder. Oh. Inshallah, you pass, Rosa. I know you're gonna do amazing. Good luck. Name of the stickers on your headphones. Oh, it's Kurami. Honestly, maybe God of War has a point. Maybe God of War is locked in. Respond to what? I like this song, but it's kind of stuck in my head a little bit. I have no idea what this guy's saying. Would you rather see through walls or hear from miles away? See through walls. Asuki Aura. Oh, but it's kind of creepy. I have to make sure I turn her off at times. I feel the rhythm more and more. Same, please don't send any. Oh. Uh-oh. Nice. I'm a big fan of Kurumi because she looks like Hello Kitty. Just because she looks like Hello... What do you mean? What do you mean she looks like Hello Kitty, bro? She's better. She's better. She's stronger. She's smarter. Yeah, why am I getting sleepy? You're saying Qiyam al-Layl and inshallah. Yes, because I'm Muslim, alhamdulillah. Is the badge on your shirt? It's just a logo. It says Ballman. Hello, hello. Hello, Photom. Would you rather only be able to do things when no one is looking, or only be able to do things when someone is looking? Nobody is looking. That's better. Cause like then, how am I gonna shower? What's your favorite sport? Volleyball, easily. If you're a food, what food would describe you? Crème brulee. It's true though. It's true, isn't it, Zipper? But then how would I stream? Nobody can see me. Oh man, no, I wouldn't be able to stream. What if I get a wife really quickly, and then do things only when someone can see me? Is the chain real? Yes, it is not AI generated. Can you read Arabic? Barely. I love it. Yeah, I need to get a wife. I need to get a speedrun a wife. So I'll be able to shower. Because there's a hypothetical. Would you rather be able to do things when no one is looking, or be able to do things when someone is looking? At first, I was going to say when nobody is looking. But then I realized if that's the case, then I can't stream. Yeah. The context was the comment above. Get an Arabic teacher wife, Barrett. What's the music playing? Darling, darling. I like your headphones. Thank you, Lark. That's so sweet. Anyone would be happy to teach you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Mwah. Don't worry, man. I appreciate you, Tonton. If only fair to learn each other's languages if you are international couples. That's true. That's true. That's true. Lark, thank you for the follow. If you want to support me, join the other stream. Go to the Switch. Go to the Switch if you can. People do send me questions all the time. There's no difference. It's, oh my god. No, take your time. Take your time, Percy. Hi, Flash. I feel the rhythm more and more. What? 33, I can't read Arabic, sorry. I am live every day, alhamdulillah. But if you can, please go to my other stream. I joined it, but I couldn't chat. Every time I sent someone, it wasn't sending. Verify your account. Verify your account. Did you already have an account? Did you already have an account, or did you create a new one? It's... I am not Vladimir Lenin. I'm cracking Ruben confirmed. Thank you so much for sharing with the class, Rosa. I used my old account and it verified. Maybe create a new account if you can, maybe? Oh, I was born Muslim, alhamdulillah, but I only got close to my faith like maybe 4 months ago. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. What's good? See you tomorrow, inshallah, Lark. Checking the fragrance channel. I have 2 videos. Oh, I'd love to see. I'd love to. Oh, yes, I will. You're very entertaining. Spiderweb, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you, my guts. Is this your room? Where's your perfume assortment? Because I'm in Bahrain. I'm in Bahrain right now. Yeah, I'm not in the UK anymore. For now. Hi, Moonwalker. What's your favorite anime? Probably JoJo's. Hawas Overdose. I heard this is supposed to be a shmoop of Altair. I hope it's really not. What perfumes did you bring along with you? I brought 40 perfumes. So out of 80, I brought 40. So I only brought half my collection. And 20 of them I left in the UK in a different place. And I think 20 I threw out. Something like that. Who's your favorite singer? Sansa Nakamura. But I can't carry everything. I couldn't carry everything. Remember, your suitcases have a weight limit. Do you have perfumes in Bahrain? I do. I have Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Parfum. I have all my designers. I have a lot actually. 20 Throne, bro. Why? Because they're bad. And I was thinking to myself, let me tell you something. When I have perfumes in the background and when I display perfumes, I represent them. So like I'm showing you perfumes that I like, or I'm showing you perfumes that I think are good when I have them in the background. So if I just have bad ones in the background, that just means like, you know, I'm showing them off and I'm giving them publicity when they're bad. Which ones did you throw? The bottom shelf. Remember the very bottom shelf? Those. Those. Yeah, for some reason this guy like oversteps every one of my boundaries. It's actually surprising. Wow. I have a question. What's up? What's your question? Imagine if someone yo, what? I thought you'd carry less, really. Yeah, I threw the bottom shelf. You should only have the best of the best. Yeah, I should only have ones that are good or ones that I think are pretty nice. There's no point in having bad ones. No, you're completely correct. There's no need to. But remember, I was buying a lot just to just try them. There was that too. I bought a couple perfumes just to try. Excuse me. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's see. Mhm. Altair, no? That's not bad. I lost patience. Hawas overdose. I have not found these in person, by the way. I've not been seeing any Hawases in person, like the newer ones. This so looks like... It's so Altair. Oh my god, bro. Can I ask a question? Of course, what's up? No. And what's the other one? Yo, what is this? What's the first Hawas? Bro. Highness. Hawas? Highness. Video's too long. No, it's chill, it's chill. He's doing a great video. Ooh, what do you think this is? Why does this remind me of Killian's Heaven? Straight from Heaven. No, Suspiro Vibrato, never mind. Hola, hi, Avian. Avian? Hello. Yeah, these are gloves. These are gloves. Mm. Maybe this one could be interesting. Hawas Highness. It could be interesting. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, the recent Hawases have... Was I blurry? Am I blurry? I think I'm fine, right? I can't read Arabic, sorry. The recent Hawases have been buns. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, recently Hawas has just been... Rasasi has been releasing, like, actual, like, buns. I'm blurring, I'm anti. Let's take a look. I am blurry. Why am I blurry? I'm blurry, no? I think I'm good now. No, now I'm blurry. Why am I blurry? Yo, camera, you good? Get a little bit closer. I think I'm good now. Okay, I think I'm good now. Weird. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I wear gloves. I love them. Can't handle the sharp jawline. Yeah, I was like, wait, why is it blurring? That's so strange. By the way, Joe, what's up? They decided to make the two most used fragrance DNAs. I'm so tired of the schmoop brands recently. They're not schmooping anything I'm interested in. Just the same things again and again and again and again. It's getting really annoying. None of the recent releases, like for the past couple of months, the recent releases have been so buns. It's what gets them paid. Ruben has a point. Chet, I have to get some sleep before the exam. Just wanted to pop in and say hi, and I missed everyone so much. Hope you hydrate. Take care of yourselves. Mwah. Love you guys. Mwah. Love you too. I just noticed the Kuromi on his headphones. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Pick option A or B? I'm gonna pick A. You're so lucky you're streaming because I can't show my face. I'm too shy and I have anxiety. I mean, I used to be the same. I used to make YT videos since I was like 13. It's crazy. I never showed my face until, what, I was like 17 or something? I tried Pacioli 01 the other day. It's so good. You should try it and get the chance. There's no Swiss Arabia stores here, though, but I'll see if I can find it. You're like Bad Bunny's friend? Okay, bro. Not necessary. Not necessary to say. Yeah, recently the Hawasses have been like really bad. Really, really bad. Pacioli, no, you're okay, sir. I'm just messing with you. Galaxy. Oh, yeah, I'd love that. I'm sure there's a Swiss Arabia in Bahrain. I don't think there is. I was thinking about you, then looked you up, and I thought you were banned. I got so sad. Oh, yeah, I get banned all the time. That's why I ask if you like my streams and you want to support me, like you truly like want to help me out, join the Switch stream. If you do, I would literally love you forever, genuinely, because I'm live there every single day. It helps me out like so much. Yeah, even if you watch me for free, because unfortunately TikTok doesn't do anything. TikTok does not help at all. So, yeah, I don't know what the squishy is. Yeah, good luck, Rose. I hope it goes well. Yeah, no, I really don't think there's a Swiss Arabia. I don't think there's a Swiss Arabia here. Is there? I mean, prove me wrong, I guess, if there is, but I really don't think so. Also, like, I remember I bought, like, Shagaf Oud. I think I threw it out, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I kept it. I don't remember. But, yeah, the Shagaf Oud was buns. I'd love to go to Qatar, actually. I'd love to. No, that's something I really want to. Because I know there's going to be, like, a lot of, like, perfume stores and it's going to be fire. I'd love to, actually. That would be a pleasure. Oh, sorry if that's too loud. Dubstep. Dubstep. See what's this? You're from Qatar. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, please open one, Ruben. I'd love you forever. I love perfume so much. What is going on with the song? I kind of like it. Wait, what the hell? It kind of makes me feel like I'm gonna edit. Hope the music isn't too low. Also, sorry about that. Oop. The mic is a little bit too low. But it picks up the audio pretty well, right? I think this is even better. No? This is what it was intended for. But I do like it when the mic doesn't show. I like that more. You kind of like it. I kind of like the song. I love it. Okay, now I don't like it. It was good at first. The voice is, it's crisper, isn't it? And I kind of want to do the ASMR stuff, but I find the ASMR stuff like so cringe and I hate it. But also like kind of want to do it. So like when I get closer to the mic, I'm like,
Hello.
I gave up on that for today. I got rage baited by my own stupidity. You're not stupid at all. What happened? Not at all, Sayori. What happened? Rude. Shush, boy. Boyja. I'll tell you what, Angel. If you go to the Switch stream, I'll give you the song request. Hi, Stella. What's your most expensive perfume you have in your room? Most of them are the same price. I mostly buy schmoops. I'm gonna have designers, but I regret them. So it's not something crazy that I'd like to show. Where do I go? To the other stream. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the purple app. You know? You know? This one? Yeah, anyone on TikTok, if you have this app, come join me. Same exact username, Jehosef. If you do, I'd love you forever. Oh man, this song screams 2000s. Oh man. Hunter Eyes Ultra Slowed. What is this? Angel Smoke, thank you to follow. I do love Michael Jackson. What a cute cat you have. Thank you. XOS, thank you for the paper crane. Holy, can it get any more slowed than this? Yo. Yo, Anjiro. The song is so buns. Look me in my hunter eyes. Yo, yo, yo. How you doing? I'm doing great, alhamdulillah. XOS, thank you for the hope. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Phenomeno, thank you for the follow. XOS, thank you for the 3 roses. Hello, bro. Hello, Humara. Yeah, thank you, Aura. Shit, this song is so buns. Look me in my hunter eyes. I know this pretty scene, girl. I did not like this song. Such a cat. I get like cat hair in my mouth for myself. Yeah, I am Muslim. Yes, alhamdulillah. Yes, yes. Yo, can I please recommend me a new song I've never heard before? I wish. Yeah, bye bye, Rosa. Good luck. I hope your exam goes extremely well. MashaAllah. Karomi stickers fire. Thank you, thank you. You know what's really nice is honestly, I think Sugar Addict might be one of my most favorite DNAs. It's like it's that one perfume that's like boozy, cinnamon, sugar, vanilla, and caramel all together. Very, very, very gourmand. I love wearing it so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can still smell it on my shirts because I was wearing it today. I thought my family was gonna go to the mall, and then they just didn't. They went grocery shopping, and I was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do a barbecue, and I was like, okay. It's like I put on the Artisan Technique, one of my favorite perfumes, because I love the Sugar Addict DNA. And then it was like, bruh, we're not even going to the mall. No, it's not Khamra. Ew, it's nothing like it. Nothing like Khamra. Gotta go. See you later. Bye bye. Da, 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 da. Hi, Dada. Yeah. Drink near the mic. Yeah, and spill it on the mic as well. Yes, but I want it to be the perfect length, so I don't have to cut it. Wait, what are you talking about, Sayuri? Yeah, Latafa Khamra is so bad. Sorry. I hate it. It's so bad. It wasn't cut too short. What are we cutting? Oh, you're rage baiting me. Yeah, don't compare one of my favorite perfumes to Khamra. Oh, you're Muslim and you're from Indonesia. Oh, that's so cool. Yo, Feno, do you have the purple app by any chance? Do you have it? Where are you from? That's a secret. Oh my god. Oh my god, everyone's spamming. FMO, I'll type it in chat. Let me know if you have this app. Do you have this one? What is he talking about? Yeah, I wish you recommended me something I haven't heard before. Oh, and now my YT is broken. Barrett. You can't see my chat, really. You can't see it. Can you not? Here, I'll type it again. This one. Yeah, that one. Urban West messed up my DIY project by not knowing that he should subtract a couple of centimeters or something. He should have known better. DIY project? Is it the clay thing? I know, I can't find his account. Oh, search my name, Joseph. You have to type it correctly. Same exact spelling. Yeah, I don't have a different spelling. It's Joseph. What type is your hair? Something curly. Yeah. Oh no, what happened? He was telling you like measurements or like what's the story? Hello, Gus. Alright, 1 second. Yeah. Just copy my username. Just Joseph. No, nothing else. Just Joseph. He should have accounted for my poor execution. Oh. Can't you add more to Clay and fix it? What's your government name? What a lovely question to ask a stranger. Vintage radio is also nice. Find the DNA unique. It smells exactly like the Inisha. I don't notice the difference. Oh, yo, Angel Smoke. Hi, Angel. Hello. Salam alaikum. I love how it plays ads the second I get someone new. I love how it does that on purpose. No, it actually does that on purpose. What's your song? Tell me. Do you have it? I do have it, yes. What's your PC specs? I have a laptop. Nothing's messed up. I just got frustrated and stopped trying. Oh, I hope you make it look great. I know you can. Hi, Percy. Yes, I am Muslim, alhamdulillah. So what are we talking about in this live? Just general questions? To be honest, every time I go live, I'm just talking to my friends. I'm just vibing. This is so bad. I couldn't convince anyone from TikTok to come over today. What a shame. I thought at least today I could get at least one new person. Such a shame. Hi, Danny. Yeah, what's going on, Percy? How's your night going? Maybe it's because I started stream too late. Oopsies. Also, I need to trim my beard soon. My mustache. It's like bothering me. That's the only like bad thing about having facial hair, I feel like. Essence of Casablanca. I thought this was very similar to whatchamacallit? Valentino born in Roma. I smell blood in my nose. I'm having a nosebleed. Is everything okay? Can you drink water? Can you drink water and take care of yourself, please? Yeah, it's just been exhausting streaming on TikTok today, actually. No idea. I will right now. Yeah, please take care of yourself. Yeah, Muslim, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I guess I'm confused. Gravity is working against me as well. The walls of the box I make are caving in. Oh no. Sometimes people use like toothpicks and stuff. What's your song, Angel? You haven't told me what it was. Yeah, use toothpicks if you can. They act as supports. I'm not gonna like swear on God's name on trivial matters. How old are you? I'm 22. Helium by Ethan. Alright, let's take a look. No, I did, alhamdulillah, pray all my prayers. Except for Aisha, I haven't prayed it yet. Alright, let's take a look. Why 5 minutes? 5 seconds. Hi, Agent. Welcome back. Hi, Zoya. How you doing? You tried toothpicks as well and caved in? Oh, I'm so sorry for the bad advice. You know, honestly, you look like my uncle. You've already told me this. Oh, man. Also, yeah, Angel, I really appreciate you for coming over here. Yeah, everyone say hi to Angel, our new guest. Yeah. The reason why, like, Angel, I'm so, like, pressy and, like, I keep trying to, like, force people in here is because, yo, Angel, I can't build a community on TikTok. I can't. because I literally had an account with 5,000 followers and it got banned off the face of the earth. Mhm. Hello, hello, Amira. Yeah. Or like I get shadow banned or banned again. I've had 2 accounts banned. So I don't rely on TikTok. Like it treats me so badly. No, it treats me so badly. That's why I always tell people, come over here, come over here. Like if I like you or I like your vibe, I'm like, please come over here. Because then I lose you and I'll never see you again, you know? Meanwhile, if you come here, you'll see me every day. Who's bro talking to? Basically, I'm live on the purple app. The purple one. Same exact username, Jahosif. Shout out Sugar VR. What's up, Sugar VR? Brazil is a gold. I'll follow you on both. Thank you so much. But if you can, watch me over here as much as possible. I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Did you sleep well? Anyways, this guy's spamming for some reason. Weird. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Hi, Zahra. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angel. You're so sweet. No, I don't like K-pop. Sorry. Well, I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I promised someone I would listen to the song. Angel has to pledge before joining. Yo, bro, you're doing too much. We also have a Disc server. If you're interested, you don't have to, but if you'd like, because like you get notified every time I'm live. Thanks to the reply. Yeah, no problem, Zahra. Sorry, I reply to the other stream more. Like I try my hardest to reply on TikTok, but I reply on the other one way more. What's your opinion on dating outside of Arab countries as a Muslim? What do you mean? What do you mean? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, like, no white man is better than any brown man, and no brown man is better than any white man. Anyone can be Muslim. Literally anyone can be Muslim. Your skin color, where you're born, your you know, your family line, it has nothing to do with being Muslim or not. You know what I mean? Has nothing to do with that. So I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is finding someone who's compatible. Someone who's a true Muslim and not a munafiq. Like, you know, how they hold women and tell them you can't marry outside of our country, especially in gold. Yeah, well, obviously that's culture. That's not Islam, that's culture. And that's the issue I have with a lot of this, like, these people that don't really understand Islam, is they're putting their culture into it. And then making it more difficult for people. Making Islam more difficult. Islam is supposed to bring ease. But we're making the halal harder and the haram easier. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's difficult. You make halal impossible. Like it's impossible to marry. It's like, oh, my meher is $10 billion. And you have to be the same country as me. Same country as me, $10 billion. I mean, half of the things that are in cultures aren't in Islam. You have so many cultures, they don't eat seafood. And then they're telling me like, oh, you're saying you eat crab, that's haram. And it's like, what? Where? Yeah, it's difficult. Oh, well. That's why it's very important to learn. Iqra, right? Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Learn, bro. Read. Memorize. Don't just take what people tell you. Like people say, yeah, this is haram, this is halal. Do this, do that. Allah said this, Allah said that. Read. Because don't make the same mistake that, you know, the other religions did. Where you had, like, for example, the church control, like, the entire kingdom. And whenever someone wanted to know if something was lawful or not, they'd go to the priest. And the priest would be like, yeah, that's fine. No, that's not fine. Yeah, that's fine. And they'd control populations. Because nobody did the research of actually opening the Bible. Because they couldn't. What was that about meher? $1 billion meher. $1 billion meher. Angel, thank you so much for the follow. You're so sweet. Do you have more people on the purple than TikTok? Yes. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How old are you? 22. Mhm. Yeah, the Gulf countries. Bahrain is a Gulf country. How much? I keep my viewer counter off. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I see my viewers as friends, not numbers. That's why. I do not look at it. But you are more than welcome to join. I'd love to have you there. I'd be so happy. I know it's a little annoying to create an account, but when you do, it supports me so much and I'd love you. Aisha baby, thank you for the follow. $10 billion Maher. I'm just joshing. Just making a little joke. I think we're good now. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. What's good? Leon, thank you for the follow. Yeah. I actually really like this song. Such a wonderful joke, Joshin. Also, you missed the whole ASMR session. Where does one find rich mommies? They are a rare species. Honestly, like in all honesty, oh, what's the name of the song? It's called Welcome Back by Nurse Robot. Right, that's what I wanted to say, honestly. Is in my personal opinion, I would live poor. I would not care. I could live poor, but with like the girl of my dreams. I'd rather that, honestly. Money does not matter to me. Like I generally do not care. What matters more to me is my spouse, my wife. Munda, think of the follow. Poverty is scary. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. But like, would you rather be poor, but with like, you know, just anyone as your partner? Or would you rather like have your dream wife, but be poor? Like, would you rather be rich, but with like just anyone as your partner? Or would you rather be poor, but with your dream partner? I take rich and single. No, not for me. Not for me. I feel like, no. I need it, to be honest. Why choose one? I like your thinking. For me, yeah, no. Partner matters so much to me. My wife matters so much to me. I love the Judges Part 9 opening. Part 9 opening? Excuse me? Shizu, thank you so much for that intro music and the heart me. Thank you, Shizu. Sorry if I answered too late. Yeah. What do you think, Angel? The song is so calm. I love it. Love how you said, why isn't that an officer? Option. Option. Yabba dabba do. I really apologize for starting stream so late. Sorry, everyone. Would I want to worry about what would I eat or worry about what me and my partner would eat? Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? Inshallah. May we all be successful and rich. Ameen. May we all never have to worry about our next meal. Ameen. And may we all have like the best, most lovely partners. Inshallah. Ameen. Thanks. I thought you were gonna drop the would you rather be poor and happy and rich and sad. Invest in crypto, Barrett. Don't apologize. You're having fun time with your family. Yeah. Thank you for your advice, Rashid. Would you rather sneeze glitter or cough confetti? Cough confetti. I wish for a rich husband so I don't have to work. Right. I wish that I'm able to, have a career in streaming, inshallah. If I'm able to be like a successful streamer, I mean, because I love being here. I love streaming. It would be a dream come true. Money means comfort. it is still important for a relationship to be stable, in my opinion. That's true. That's true too. That is true. Inshallah. Yeah. Inshallah. Roro. Hi. Ciao. Can I say a hi? Hello. My cousin asked me. Asked you what? Oh, sorry. Asked me what? The song is nice though. I do like Michael Jackson. Sai, what's on your mind? Guys, a genuine question. Why were seniors or like high school students so cool, but now they're just boring? Yeah, when I was in like elementary school and I saw high school students, I was like, whoa. And now I'm like, oh, look these little kids. The little jits. I'm sleepy and I hear everyone. I thought you took a nap, no? Your favorite song for Michael Jackson? I don't know, Billie Jean? I'd rather use a phone forever or iPad for a phone forever. Oh shit. Wait, recently, why is my camera not? Look me in my hunter eyes. It's blurring me, isn't it? Yo, what? Thank you. Very strange. Very strange. LMAO. Wait, why'd you say LMAO? Because I said look me in my hunter eyes. Sixth graders in middle school. Reach my torso. I'm 157. Oh, 157 is pretty average, no? I look at my nephew, and he's far off me when I was a senior. Whoa. I love Dirty Diana. Could you put it on if you don't know it? I don't really do music requests, sorry. I mean, they're shorter than that. Crazy. It's probably in the food. Probably putting like shrinking agents in the food. Shrinking agents in the food. Oh, yeah, good one, Monsieur Joseph. I mean, I'm a junior next year, but they're so short. Oh wow, junior next year. You excited? Would you rather never shower again or shower every hour? Probably shower every hour. I like showering. Makes me feel great. I actually really like the song too. Sigh, hey everyone. Why? Oh shit. This has a few people. Who are the lucky people? Oh shit. Man, was there a video I wanted to show y'all, I wonder? Ever sit at the bottom of the shower and close your ears? Peak experience. What the hell? Amd! Thank you for the star. Sayori, Sayori, Sayori. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the black pill edits sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm brain rotted. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of brain rotted. I kind of like them. They're kind of tough. I know he did not bite into the slop. Oh, in case you wanted to know, I'm watching you live on TikTok and Twitch. Yo, thank you so much. Faller. Is it Faller? Faller. What's your favorite video game? One shot easily. Yo, why is he so like logged in though? Hey, you didn't give me your opinion on your song. It's chill. It's chill. It's not my type of music, but it's chill. There's a calabar, alright. It's the music I told you. It's eating your brain cells. Oh man. Oh man. Was there something I wanted? There's like this little guy who has like this bald Sphinx cat, and it's generally so cute. I think he calls him Mr. Wrinkle. Yeah, Mr. Wrinkles or something. He's very cute, I'm not gonna lie. I actually really like him. I don't really like bald cats too much, but he's like very adorable. Look at him, he's so cute. He's actually kind of adorable. Bye 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 bye. If you ain't buy this beat, you're gonna have to eat this meat. Oh god damn boy, you fine AF. Oh thank you. Thank you so much, Poison. Do you respond to people or on Twitter? On the Twitter, bro. You tell me, oh hell no. Yeah, Faller, who are you? Or Feller? Feller? Fexler? You never heard the producer tag? If you ain't buy this beat, you're gonna have to eat this meat. You've never heard it before. On the second one, on the purple, I respond to people way more on the purple. Because I love you way more on the purple. After 22 years of gloom, it's going to go boom. Oh, sorry, brother. What? What? Mm. Also, bro, I keep seeing videos like these. Like what is going on? Like, what is happening? Why is Ojong? Why is Ojong like? What is Ojong doing, bro? What's your vocal stems? Happy birthday, Daniel. What else? Happy birthday, Daniel. Probably that one. What's been another vocal stem of mine? They just happen naturally. What is this trifling hoe talking about? Is that too, I guess. I'll say that much, actually. Andrew Dingus? Yeah, probably Andrew Dingus. Shadangarang? Sometimes. Jean Paul Gaultier. Jean? Probably Jean. Because I say Jean all the time. Jean Paul Gaultier. Jean Paul Gaultier, le beau, le parfum. They should have got me for the voice actor. Jean Paul Gaultier. Like they kind of sound like you're French, no? Like that? Jarvis, obliterate everyone. End stream and put Joe to bed a little bit longer, shall we? Andrew Dingus. Why did bro say hey daddy? That is not my name. That is most definitely not my name. Jay, you're an Akinator locked in. Everyone's been telling me that recently, huh? Interesting. Hi, Adam. I actually kind of like this song. It's kind of cute. No, you cannot call me that because that is not my name. I'm more than just a piece of meat, okay? Thanks. No problem. I tried you on Akinator, but you weren't there like 2 weeks ago. Oh, wow. No. I love you. I want you to be happy, of course. But why does your happiness have to involve you calling me that strange term? You know, you should do an undercover VTuber thing. You think I'd be more popular as a VTuber? I feel like as a VTuber, I'd definitely be like really close to my mic, and I'd be like talking like this. You know what I mean? I'd definitely like make my voice deeper on purpose and like be crazy. I'm not gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. What's your name? My name is Joe Joseph. Yeah, it was an avatar. It'd make people pay for the VTuber to read. That's crazy. Where am I from? ChatGPT headquarters. Yes, just have coitus with my ears. What does that mean? It's coitus. Coitus. Yeah, and then like I'd read you a book or something. Like really close to my microphone. But like I'd probably put the mic up. Not like down, because I don't like going here just to talk in my mic. Get away. Yeah. Coitus. Oh, it's just straight up. Okay, it's straight up. Okay. Hello. What's your name? Joe Joseph or Joe? People will collect you. Collect me as an e-kitten. Never heard that terminology before. I've witnessed something like that, and I did not like it because it wasn't you. Witnessed what, sorry? Make him sob? That's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Cause, cause I want to be like reading a book, like this close to my microphone. It'd be pretty nice. And like I'd like purposely make my voice like a billion times deeper. Shawty a little baddie. She my little boy thing. Hey, Shawty got a fatty. You're doing ASMR right now. Hey, Shawty got a fatty. Sorry. You're doing ASMR now? Yeah, I'm trolling. I'm so trolling. I thought you'd never. Yeah, I would never do that. I'd never do. I was just saying if I had a VTuber, that's what I'd do. I'd like make my voice deeper on purpose and like be really close to my mic and like probably talk like this. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know what? No, not VTuber. You should do those like going to sleep ASMR as your boyfriend. No, I'm not. So bitter. That's hilarious. I follow and what's his name? The state of TikTok live. Also, hi Birdie, how you doing? How's it going? Also, my apologies. We're done now. Okay, I'm done. I'm done now. Gojo. Gojo Satoru. You why, Mo? And to go to sleep, I've been awake for 48 hours? 2 days, why? I don't know why, but you kind of remind me of Dylan's in Trouble. What is Dylan's in Trouble? What's that? My lord can take off audio. Bye-bye, Birdie. I'll miss you. Take care. Good luck. Most overrated JJ. Bro, JJK is buns. I'm sorry. Oh, you're studying for finals. Get sleep. Get sleep. You can't do well if you don't sleep. Destiny Dice does the best boyfriend ASMR video. Oh, you watch those? Did you actually watch those, Sayori? Oh, wow. I was looking for a bit, but I didn't type in chat. Ah. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Mwah. Math is killing me, specifically geometry. Oh, geometry. Takes me back. Yo, I had a geometry teacher. She was evil. She was literal horror. Hello, can you answer? Answer what? Ah, he's a YTer who's known for his commentary on shows and movies. Really? Interesting. Hello, Gunner for Life. That's who I was referring to. Oh my god. The name drop is crazy too. Maybe I should start doing them. Maybe I should start. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe that's why I'm not viral yet. I need to make sure the mic is touching my like my mustache and just like yap into it. What anime do you watch? I haven't watched an anime in a while actually. But I like romance slop. Crazy work. Y'all are very interesting. I love y'all. Can you take your glasses for a second? I know that question's annoying. It is. Just for a second then. We good now? Love you too. Love you too, Ruben. My god. I wanna be in your mustache and mouth. B. They make your eyes smaller, do they? Probably, honestly. But like I tend to squint without my glasses. So it's kind of like I'm trying to mog, but I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. You should check him out. You have the same energy. No way. You look so adorable. Thank you. Negative, positive? No idea. I can't see far. I'm new, so hi. Hi, Maxi. How you doing? What? Oh, you wear glasses too. DMs. All right, let's take a look. Boyfriend ASMR, praying mantis boyfriend begs you not to eat his head after mating. Praying mantis boyfriend survived you trying to eat him, but now he's weird about intimacy, a continuation. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Say my vision's so bad, but I literally never wear my glasses. I have one picture of me wearing glasses to my old job. Aw. I'm negative 12. Is that a lot? Maxi, thank you so much to follow. You look like someone. Yeah, that's because I am a human being. What's this live about? Nothing much. I'm just hanging out with my friends. Just talking to my friends, just hanging out. Are you okay? Are you okay? I don't know my vision thingy either. Anyways, I feel like I've been streaming too long. It's almost 2:30. It's almost 2:30. I know today's stream was a bit short, but that's probably because I started stream so late. I'm so sorry. Ah, there's an ad. Let's wait till the ad is over then. Horrible timing on the ad. I was about to end stream. Sarah, what's good? Hello. Where you from? That's a secret. 3 hour stream. Oh, my bad. Hope it's enough. Glasses can be cool AF. And it's because I wear them. That's true. Perfect ad. More of you. Hi, what are you doing? Nothing much. Just talking to my friends. I'm basically live every day and I just yap. I don't do much. I don't do song requests, sorry. Yeah. Crazy, I've been here for like 30 minutes. Oh, yay. Where are you from? Oh, that's a secret. W ad. Horrible ad. I was about to end stream. And to get my rest. I did like that song. It's very sweet. Alright, are we done now? Okay, the ads are over. Yeah, sorry, Angel. It's quite late. I'm gonna end the stream. Low currently, my parents think that if I wear glasses, my vision will get weaker. I'm already blind. Crazy work. Maxi, can you do me the biggest favor and join us on the other stream? The Switch stream. Same username, Joseph. Because I'm literally live every single day. And if you join me over there, you'll see me live. You'll get the notification. Because I don't rely on TikTok. And this might be the last time you see me, that's why. But if you join me on the Switch, you'll see me every day. Yeah, because I am live every day. RT Edits, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's almost 2:30 a.m. for me. All right, you know what app I'm talking about, right? When are we starting tomorrow? Angel, join our disc. Join our server if you can. Bebo, thank you for the follow. Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know the app I'm talking about? Sometimes my AC makes weird noises. Kind of scares me. I think. Here, I'll type it in chat. It's this app. Did you see my comment? Oh, I don't do disc. I'm traumatized from it? No problem. It's okay. You have notifications enabled, right? Yeah, I have it. Search Jehoseph. Search Jehoseph, you'll find me. Drop me a follow. Type something in chat. Yo, it was good, DK. Real. Yeah. Khaled, hi. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, all right. I'll see you there. It's fine. I'll check tomorrow. Thank you so much. It would be a pleasure. I should be live like 10 p.m. Bahrain time. But I try my hardest to start at 9. So between 9 and 10. Today was very late. I started at 11:30. Horrible. Saeed was good. Saad? A little bit longer. What's your favorite anime? JoJo's. Oh, it's alright if I join tomorrow. Alright. You better not forget. Just drop a follow Like when you wake up in the morning, if you remember. I have like an hour difference. Wow. Holy chaotic song. Anyways, I love you all so much. I'm gonna go get some sleep or some rest. It's been a pleasure. So inshallah we'll see each other tomorrow. As always, if it doesn't work, make it work. All of that. I see each other tomorrow.